Did you know goldenrod makes an excellent tea?
Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, dear Aaron.
Me.
You are a sad, strange little man, and you have my pity.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Tomic's veteran of the comic book industry for 30 years of I'm a writer, I'm an artist, and this sucks.
Superstar.
Don't start! We haven't left yet!
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know.
Oh, Husker's already.
You
He's
just
just
warm
being
yourself by the
festive.
fire. Shelley's a little warm.
I
The
am
fire
boiling.
is a little,
It's
little hot in
we're a little
here.
close to the fire, I think.
Welcome everybody. It's the Aaron Live Christmas special.
It's very special.
It's a special Christmas special.
Very special.
In fact, we may have already got flagged by all the copyrighted material I used in the
Probably.
intro, but you know what?
Yeah, no.
That's what you do at Christmas time.
Just what? Gamble, take chances.
You steal copyright.
Yeah.
That's what you do at Christmas time. And
Woo!
you take from the rich corporations, you give to the poor masses. And that's what we've done already. You can roast marshmallows. That fire is crackling. I don't know if you can
Man.
hear it or not, but it's hot.
No.
It's crackling.
Cracking.
Welcome everybody. It is our it's our Christmas special. It's December 17th, 2023.
We're a little out of sorts.
Well, for as long as we planned this, as usual, we're racing around looking for a Santa hat and other things.
Yeah.
Right before the show goes live.
We really thought we could use this time to celebrate a national championship by our favorite volleyball team. Oh, they got schooled.
They did, but they got to the, they made it to the, they made it to the national championship game.
And
So,
they couldn't pass to save their butts.
Somebody has to win. Somebody has to lose.
know,
Unfortunately,
it's our turn at some point, But yeah.
Well,
I was yelling.
That's why
I gave myself a headache.
That's why she's all
take care of the dang ball.
Hot.
Yeah. Hot and bothered.
Hot and bothered. Oh.
Ooh.
Let's before we go any farther, let's see who's here.
Well, I know
Leg kick was the first one
yeah,
in
I
here.
think so.
I don't understand the technical aspect of how someone shows up in a chat if they show up too early that their name is wiped out.
I don't know.
Before the show starts. But
That's
we
not
remember.
Nice.
Yeah.
We're up all night checking it twice.
Once. Maybe.
Or not.
But anyway, hey, look at that. Mr. Chemo is here. Creative Faye is here. Thanks for joining us. Halder 6480 MPC Oasis. Daniel
First to
Russell.
say firsties.
There you go.
I'm very thirsty.
Daniel Russell. Ho, ho, ho. Lepresti and happy holidays to the chat. Randy Howell, all the way from Canada, is here. Dan Genovese. Dan the Pizza Man Genovese is here. Corin Zenith, all the way from Australia, literally on the other side of the world. Unless you're a flat earther, then you're like all the way in the corner of the,
just
the
down
game
the road
board.
a little bit.
Right.
Down the road a spell.
Exactly. But a long way away either way. Loaded Dice is here. Squibs, of course. Solitary Rain. Lord Hinson Comics Gator. Yeah, Stippling Vaughn is here.
Hey.
You know, Stippling Vaughn did a review of Wraith of God, and I haven't watched it yet.
I did.
Was it good? Did he say nice things?
Well, I saw the opening of the box, but he was getting ready for he's getting ready for the show, the chat. So he didn't have time to read it. But he was so excited he wanted to open it.
Okay. So it was more of an opening.
I looked at it.
More of an opening.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, thank you for that.
Yes.
Abras 2 Cents did a review and it was very positive. So I liked it.
How much did you pay her?
I liked it. I just liked
Did
her
you
video
like it?
like 100 times.
Like.
Yeah. H is for Heretics says, Merry Christmas, everyone. God bless us, everyone. And Spoon. Of course, he's talking of the Christmas tick.
Yep.
Citizen Ronan's here. The Geek Easy. The Geek Easy said, the Geek Easy said, I saw the greatest Christmas movie ever on the big screen again and the other day.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Of course, I don't. Well, that, of course, is the big discussion, isn't it?
Yeah, he was just
is Die Hard
stir up.
Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Or
yes.
Not? Do you think it is?
It was placed at Christmas time.
Yeah, but thematically,
and it was
nothing
at a Christmas party. Okay, granted, not a great party, but a party nonetheless.
I will say this: I was not on the side of Die Hard being a Christmas movie until I recently rewatched it, and they actually incorporated Christmas music into the score of
was there
the
a drunk
soundtrack.
Santa at the party? I can't remember.
Yeah, so if
or
you're
that
using,
was Trading Places.
Yeah, I think you're a little confused. That might be a Christmas movie too.
Yeah.
So the fact that they actually used Christmas music in the actual score to the film, you have to.
Is that like, you guys? Is that like the measure? If being a Christmas movie or not?
There has to be something thematically that ties into Christmas about the movie to me for it to be considered a Christmas movie. But if you're actually using Christmas movie in the score, or Christmas music in the score, you're basically telling the audience, we want you to believe this is a Christmas movie.
Heard it here first, folks.
So there you go. That's my
take
on it now.
There you have it.
A Repairman Jack says, hello, Aaron. Congratulations on Kick Carter. Thank you so much. It's still open and available. So if you haven't backed, you'll find the link in the description of this video. Take you right there. Brian Norton, all the way from Japan, is here.
Wow. Thanks, guys.
Kellraiser says, just think a week from now will be Christmas Eve. Time is flying. Man, isn't it, though?
Are you done with your shopping?
Well, yes, all the major stuff.
Okay.
There's, some minor stuff I might pick up once our daughter gets back and we go to the mall.
Yeah, I've been done for a while, but is anything wrapped?
No.
Not a fan.
Maybe tonight I'll do some wrapping.
Find enough bags, just shove them in the bags.
That's right. Well, that's what you got.
Tissue paper on it.
She's got like a big, what do you call those plastic bags that you stuff like linen in and stuff?
Space bag?
Space bag. I got a big space bag full of my Christmas presents. She goes, okay, that's it.
No, it's just a storage tote thing. Yeah. So I'm just going to leave them like that and
I'm just going to dig through it.
Reach in.
It'll be like a Christmas grab bag.
Grab bag. No, I might wrap them.
Text Zombies here. Robert the Bruce. Caleb Reynolds. Geek Avengers here. Oh, we got to open Geek Avengers present. I forgot about that. I'm glad he sent us a Christmas present. We're going to open it right here live.
People,
Marcus Killigrew, purveyor of all things pop culture knowledge, is here. Henry Thrun, or is it Thrun? Henry Thrun is here.
Hail.
Still no wrench. I'm out. Do you understand how complicated? I have to open up the thing on YouTube. I do, but it's like, all right.
It takes a lot
if he's going to be a baby, we'll just go ahead and get this taken care of.
What are you doing?
See,
hold on.
No, see, you look for. Now I got to find Henry Thrun on here, and I can mod him if I can find him.
Okay, so.
Yeah.
How was your week, everyone?
Well, it was great. Thank you for asking. Oh, you're not talking to me?
No.
Okay. Well, I can't.
Did you read the?
Now we're back. See, we never left, really.
Super chats that you missed?
I posted them.
that's what-
I posted them relentlessly
Okay.
on every.
So we feel bad. Sorry.
Yeah, that was.
Oh my gosh, it's hot.
Was it last week or the week before?
I have
at
no
this
idea.
point?
Time is just.
I posted
a
them on
blur.
Graybeards. I posted them on Twitter.
Okay.
I posted them on every time I do a live stream. I posted them.
Yeah, time has just really gotten away from me now that I sleep a lot.
Well,
What
Henry.
day is it?
Yeah,
Sorry, we'll do it later.
yeah.
I'll try to
I'll get
remind
you
him.
wrenched. A wizard sleeve says nice retro intro. That's what we're all about is
Yep.
retro here. Mr. Monkey Boy 1969 when ABC was kind of cool. Yeah, I was going to take the CBS special program thing, but Mike Barron's already used it, so I felt like I'd be
Oh,
copying
yeah.
him, so I didn't.
I hear you.
Um,
My nose is so itchy.
The Canuck is here, I assume all the way from Canada. Metal Movies and Brewskis is here.
Oh, I like that one.
B-Spin, this is what happens when you smoke too much wacky tobacco. That's me.
Oh yeah.
Goody Two Shoes is here. Fat Samurai.
Oh,
Chris
That's me.
Giuliano. It's Abbott and Costello show starring Ernest Borgnine. I don't even know what that means. Cole King, not to be
my
confused with
goodness,
Nat
so
King
many of you. That's
Cole.
awesome.
Merry Christmas to you and your family, says Cole King. That's very nice.
Oh,
I'll put
very
that up
nice.
there.
Thank
That's
you.
very nice of you. Let's see. Paul Taylor's here. He's our resident biologist. We may need him later. There's some
My
very
goodness.
strange things out of the ocean, crawled out of the ocean that we'll be looking at later
Oh,
on.
great. I may never go in the ocean again anyway, but that just solidifies it right there.
Aaron Louvier is here.
Louvier.
Let's see. Are we missing anybody?
Oh, my goodness.
There's the
Hi,
elf. Oh, Tim
everybody.
Elf. Excuse me. Kevin Thomas. Tim Elf. You know who I
Miss
wish?
Skipling.
I
Hello,
wish
darling.
Kevin Tomset would come in the chat because Kevin Tomset, not Kevin Thomas, but Kevin
Yeah.
Tomset from the UK,
Yeah.
ordered a bunch of art from me, and I've emailed him twice to get some instructions on stuff that he has not responded to.
Yes.
So here sets his artwork ready to be shipped out,
Oh,
but I haven't done it
man.
yet.
And you guys know us. We live to ship out stuff.
Well,
Live for it.
once it's packaged, you know,
It's
it's a
outta
piece
here.
of cake. It's the
Yeah.
packaging that's the pain.
Yeah.
Ms. Stippling says, hi, Shelley and Aaron. She's got that backwards, but at least she got both of us in there.
Oh, sorry.
Melvin Cruz is here. Brian's suddenly old. Wizard
Oof.
Sleeve is pumping up Michigan football. We shall see if they are able to win the national championship or not.
Oh,
I'm not
man.
convinced.
I'm not watching. Doesn't matter.
I will watch.
Okay.
Ronan's here. Mr. Dr. Mask's Retro Elixir.
There
Old
you
Dirty
go.
Fatty. He's also a Michigan fan. Look at that.
Let's see. Let's into something.
He's going
Version.
crazy over there. Let's see. Sibling
baby.
Vaughn says, Danger Vanessa can explain and help you out with early comments dropping off. We need her on as a guest.
She's
Okay.
pretty funny. I like her.
Jeremy Burtz is here. Richard Dupe is here. Mac Grendel is here. Gary Bruce, of course. Now it'll be a better show than when.
Oh,
Now it will be a better
thanks.
show than when Shelley isn't here.
Well,
Laugh out loud.
oh.
Yeah, that's
Get right on that.
that's freaking hilarious. And so is that.
Uh-oh. Other way. Okay. Woo!
Paul Taylor says, so a movie that has Christmas in July
What the-
advertising is a Christmas movie? I find that logic fascinating.
Oh my goodness. What is this?
My goodness, I don't know. We're about to get to it, though. But first, we got to do
Okay.
this. Geek Adventure for $2. Home Alone is the same plot as Die Hard.
Okay, I've heard that before.
Sort of.
Yeah.
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 Well, what do they say? There's only like a couple good stories, and it's just there are
They
just
just redo 'em.
variations on the same. Yeah. Henry Bemis is here all the way from Oregon. Matt is here. Do you have snow? I saw there is a beautiful snow right now in Japan.
Oh, no. All we got
don't-
is rain
We
as
don't have
usual.
any.
The huge. Hey, there's it's mailed on the 7th.
Let's see here. Wraith of God was mailed on the 7th. It had to go from Portland to Anchorage, but it still hasn't gotten here yet. Bummer. It'll get there.
Well, I ordered something on the 4th and we got it yesterday.
We ship everything media mail to keep costs down for you guys.
Yeah.
And so it can take up to 8 or 9 days sometimes to get there.
But keep
And
us posted.
Sometimes Alaska is like a foreign country.
Well, and you should have a tracking number.
That's right.
Yeah.
So you can follow it along on its
So
merry
if you don't
little
have
way.
one, let me know.
Sequential
look you up.
Treasures. Did you get my Christmas gift? I did indeed, but I have not opened anything yet. I'm going to do an unboxing video of several gifts and stuff that we
Oh, that's so
we got.
nice.
And that will be included in that when I get around to doing it. But thank you very much. Henry Bemis. Okay, he's just
So good
carry
to
the
have you
5.
guys. I don't think Aaron likes what? Oh, you just go too fast. Down. Down.
Shelley, I don't think Aaron likes me anymore.
Oh, that's so sad.
I can't remember why that is, but I may have said something during Graybeards, but I can't remember what it was now. So obviously it wasn't
Man.
there wasn't too much angst involved, because
No,
if I don't
okay.
remember what I said,
Right.
we're just gonna go with it and say we're all
Nice.
good. It's all good.
Oh gosh. 4 boxes.
I got presents from Aaron this week. 4 boxes of comic greatness. Thanks for another awesome book. Thank you, Daniel. Appreciate that.
Yeah,
That
what was
very much.
The biggest one was
We sent something
13
to
boxes.
Singapore.
13 boxes.
and that was each box was stuffed to the brim.
Well,
Darn
4?
near.
Yeah, 4 or 5 per. No, I think just about 4 per Gemini mailer.
Yeah,
That
was
was
a lot. I think he's opening his own retail store.
Might be. And that went to Guam.
No, it was Singapore, wasn't it? Or was
No,
it
it was
Guam?
Guam.
No, you're right. It was
Yeah.
Guam. That's right.
Isn't that crazy? It's so cool.
I got Blood Hunters. Matthew Rex says, I got Blood Hunters in the mail yesterday. Fantastic. I'm excited for more. You might have to hire help so you can put out 2 to 3 books a year. Lots of stuff between Wraith, Nightclub, and Kit Carter. Indeed.
If only you'd married somebody with talent.
Yeah. Or with financial resources. That's what it really takes.
I always tell you, should have married better.
You can find the talent if you can pay them. I just, not too much money ahead on any of these. The Canuck says, I'm in Arkansas now. He's not, but so you're misplaced. You're in Canada, but he's been there 16 years. All right.
Wow.
There you go. Holy Moses.
Oh my goodness.
So lazy sends $50. That's incredible. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas. And where's my Drunken Merv shirt? We might add one. You never know. You never know. Is this last stream from you guys till after Christmas? Yeah, because I don't think we'll be doing anything on Christmas Eve. We'll have people over.
Well, we have the kids.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the night with the kids, and then
but
we have to share my son and daughter-in-law. So
that's true. But don't be surprised if one or both of us shows up on New Year's Eve.
Oh,
you just never know.
He hasn't shared that with me, but you never know.
You never know.
Can't wait to
Pity
read
Ma.
it.
Received Blood Hunter. Can't wait to read. Excellent packaging. Thanks to your mom. Merry Christmas to all. Looking good, Shelley. Always good to see you on the stream.
Thanks. Yeah, Mom did like everything that was inside except obviously the art and stuff, but she packaged every little card, bookmark, and then
put the books
put
in
them
the
in,
bags.
and then I just sat there and printed labels.
So yeah, Mom did all the aesthetic work of putting the books in the bags and boards and all that stuff.
In fact, you got more boards and bags today.
Yes, I did. Because I got new shipments of Garbage Man Trade paperback and Power Cubed, and then we've got extra books that haven't been bagged or boarded that were.
We just got stuff.
Yeah, so I got plenty of
stuff.
work to keep my mom going. There's Eric Hayes from Florida. Greetings from Florida. He says, "How about that?" Birdman Burr is here. Just finished dinner. Not us. Geek Easy thinks maybe his books are on a ship. Could be. It's very possible. Left Portland on a ship to Anchorage. I don't know.
Nice fireplace. Yeah, just
was
had it installed.
Do you like that? Very nice.
Very nice.
And we have a fire retardant Christmas sock up there so it doesn't burn.
Yeah.
Was the
gnomes and trees.
Singapore order from Yanzi's family? It would be funny if they were fans of Aaron but not Shane. That's good stuff.
Oh, Kevin, that's nice.
Kevin Thomas says Blood Hunters may be my contender for book of the year. All the ones I backed have been great, but Graham and Aaron usually fight for the top spot.
Nice.
Well, I don't know. Is that because we're the oldest? Maybe we have more experience that we can lend to our readership.
We've used that twice now today.
Yeah.
Huskers lost. They're all young.
That's right. Experience goes a long way, baby.
Yeah.
We got a lot of people watching right now. I appreciate you guys joining us, and I'd really appreciate if you'd hit the like and subscribe button to help this channel grow. Here's a little public service announcement to help remind you.
Ooh, well done.
Nailed
Did you
it.
practice?
No, but
No?
I've been paying attention. So, Shelley, okay. So yesterday, was it yesterday or the day before? This really heavy
Yesterday.
package shows up.
Pretty big
at the-
box.
and it was very heavy. And I'm like, did she order bricks or something? So I handed it over to her. And well,
I give him one of these. Did you look at the? Yeah.
because she was going to surprise me. Of course, I saw the label, but let me run this little thing here to kind of set you guys up for what's coming next. Actually, you know what? I need to run
Okay.
this first and then that.
Right.
So let's
Okay.
do this.
Makes sense.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
You didn't say it.
Dude,
I know
oh,
she's not feeling
okay.
well when she didn't drop the old crack line.
Yeah.
Just
a little headache.
Okay.
That's all.
All right. So
Anyway.
we've got multiple treats today that we're going to share with you guys.
Lots of them.
But before we get to the first one, which Shelley is going to then tell a little bit about her experience
And I'm
here,
just gonna shove it all in my face.
I want you to watch this short film to kind of get yourself prepped for it.
The James Webb Space Telescope has captured an amazing photo of Uranus. This new image shows Uranus's faint dusty rings in unprecedented detail. Uranus is unique.
I still laugh
But-
like a little 12-year-old boy.
But Shelley, it's really not the end of Uranus because it's just the beginning. Tell us why.
Well, it's just the beginning of our endeavor and voyage into diabetes. So I did it. I did it.
That's right. The best fudge does come from Uranus, and Shelley ordered mountains of it.
I have zero concept of like, oh, a pound. I just knew it was a lot of money, but I thought, oh, well, for a joke, and then we'll give away some. It was a big box. This looks like it's flavor of the month.
What is the flavor of the month? The
I
Uranus
believe
Fudge Factory in
It's
Missouri.
a
Ooh.
brownie bottom with vanilla fudge and a little bit of peppermint. I think it's not
We're getting
with some sprinkles.
we're blowing up in the glare there.
Oh, baby, yeah.
There you go.
You know, some of it's missing, and it was
Well, we
lovingly
tried-
packed by Jacob.
We tried some of it the other day.
Yeah, we did, and it was weird because I haven't had sugar in so long that I was at first going, oh, I feel horrible,
Did the same
and then
thing
I got
with me.
over it.
I was like, that's way too much sugar. But
Oh, and then they have some really cute ones that we'll do like for gifts and stuff, but like a little
that's right.
fudge tree.
A tree you can comes out of you. Yes.
Yep.
I was going to say a tree you could stick in Uranus, but I thought that's not really what
Ooh,
it
no.
probably don't.
And
really
then
want.
some toffee bar, which I thought he would like, but he says he doesn't like toffee.
I'm not a big toffee guy,
And I was like, all right, more for me.
but it does look
But
good. See,
It does look really
you got toffee
yeah.
sprinkled on the top of the.
and part of
the
that was
fudge there.
missing as well. And then I don't know what this one was.
That was the
It
little
was just
box.
the little box.
Well, I thought that was.
Yeah.
I thought that's what we.
Oh, we're gonna have for today.
Yeah.
Nope.
Well, it was open, and then we sealed it because I was.
And
delicate
it was
opening
lovingly packed by Elander.
Alander.
Landa.
Elander.
So we've
There's
got
just some fudge there.
some chocolate. Ooh, peanut butter chocolate.
Look how
Mm.
look how thick
They are
these
ginormous. Look at
That's 2 pieces.
they are so ginormously thick. Look
And
at
she
that.
ordered like this whole box of this stuff that weighs like
Like a
20
medium-sized
pounds.
box from the Postal Service. Yeah. Ooh,
Look at
this
that.
one might have nuts in it. Look,
Mm.
maybe. I'm not eating it then if it has nuts in it. Nuts ruin everything except what they were meant to be in.
Well, chocolate covered nuts are okay, but nuts
Yeah.
in chocolate, it's not good.
No,
It's
I
a
don't
weird
like
thing.
it.
It's a strange thing. It's a
And
strange
then,
thing.
oh, see, this one might be.
That's peanut butter and fudge.
I'll
It's
let
gotta
you
be.
know.
Um,
Anyway, so that's just part. I think we had
Now,
7 or 8 of these size boxes.
it was unbelievable. Paul Taylor, our resident biologist, so he knows things, and this is what he says. He says, lovingly packed by fudge packers.
Yep.
The joke that keeps on giving. Well done, Shelley.
Thanks.
Um,
I was like, oh, but I ordered it on the 4th. And so I thought it would get there for that weekend show. And I was like, dang, okay, well, I'll just wait and be patient. And then I was like, if it doesn't come today, I was going to
okay.
give him a little note.
Do you want to slice off a piece or something of that with the knife over there while I introduce this? No, I don't.
You can have those.
You're not going to try one? You must try. Don't eat that first. Eat this first.
Okay.
Because the sugar will ruin. Okay. Those of you who watched the Professionals last week saw that Graham Nolan gifted me this Brussels sprouts, pickled Brussels sprouts from the Old South. And I'm going to eat one live right now.
You do that.
I'm going to. They're mildly spicy, mildly dilly. Like, just quite frankly, they're delicious.
Are they good?
Yes, of course. Look at this.
Look at this. Look at me eat it.
Not fine. It's good.
You want me to eat it?
They're good.
Is there
I'm
a
telling
small one in
you.
there?
You just got to go for it, ma'am.
No. That one?
Yeah.
It's missing it. Ugh.
Just go for it. Garbage is
I don't
right.
like it.
The garbage is right there.
All right.
It's
It
pickled.
just smells like a pickle.
It's mildly spicy.
Thanks,
See?
Graham. Haha.
Yeah, he was trying to play a joke on me, and yet I enjoyed them immensely.
Neener.
So I highly recommend
Mhm.
Old South mildly pickled
Does sound terrible.
Brussels sprouts.
I gotta say, it's not the. It does have pickle flavoring because it's pickled. Funny how that works. Not the greatest thing I've ever eaten in my life.
Well, it's a
Not
Brussels
the
sprout.
worst.
It's a Brussels sprout. What do you expect? I don't know if I can handle that much. Just cut me off like a little. The sugar.
I can't handle that much.
The sugar content in these things.
Oh my
is
gosh! And we haven't
unbelievable.
really had
If you want to
sugar.
If you want a gut ache, eat a lot of this.
Oops! Oh, Husker. Yeah.
Chocolate peanut butter.
Yep. Yeah. Ah.
It's good.
You know, I highly recommend Fudge from Uranus. It's really good.
Paul Taylor, come on, Aaron, man up. Feel the sugar rush.
Oh my goodness.
It kind of made me sick yesterday. Maybe because I ate too much of it. But
now we are just warming up for today, though.
Jimmy Reyes
That's
says,
really-
you guys eat like 5-year-olds. Well, Jimmy, it's better than looking like a 5-year-old. So,
I wouldn't mind looking younger.
yeah, true.
Yeah, no.
Richie Dube says, you need some insulin, Aaron, along my pump.
That must make you like, oh. Well, you know, when the doctors, when they ask you for your family history and stuff, and then they ask, do you have diabetes? And I go, not yet.
Well, they always
Because I'm
ask
the only
you,
woman in our family that doesn't have it.
well, when you go
Not
to the
to brag
doctor
or anything.
when you when you go to the doctor, they always go, do you smoke? Do you drink? They say you drink. How much? They don't say, what's your sugar intake?
Yeah.
5 pieces of fudge per
From
2
Uranus, and it was
2 days.
delicious.
I ate fudge out of Uranus, and it was delicious.
What's next? Bran muffin and prune juice?
Ugh.
That's for breakfast, honey. It's too late
Oh,
now.
my gosh, I'm gonna puke.
Brussels sprouts equal blame the dog later.
Exactly. Well, I mean, I'm telling you, it
Ooh,
went down.
Angela's
good.
here.
Angela
Angela.
Curry. You know what I'm going to do?
Hmm.
Whilst I'm thinking about it, since we're in this jolly,
idea.
festive mood,
I'm getting there. Maybe some more fudge will help.
I got to find.
My head's killing me. Might as well.
I got to find Geek Avengers present. It's
right.
Present. Here it is. Here it is.
Chocolate peanut butter.
Here we go.
Did you open it already?
Well,
Look at it.
No, I opened this to make sure it wasn't the one because it looked exactly like the box that Graham sent me.
Oh.
So I had to make sure which one was his and which one wasn't. So,
Okay.
And
And
it has a little gift bag.
oh my goodness, you guys are so
This is from
good to
Geek
us.
and Squeaky.
Oh, sorry, fudge in my lungs.
Never eat on stream.
It's really bad manners.
All right, here we go. Is this like a science project? Why isn't this
Oh
open?
wow.
Are you kidding me?
That's why you should do a trial run, I guess, before. Is it tight? Oh, there you go.
we go. All right, here we go.
I'm gonna use that bag.
There's
Tomorrow.
some delicious white paper that my dog is
I'm
begging me
gonna
to
need
rip
that too.
apart. Here we go. Here we go.
Mm.
It's a book of some
What is it?
sort.
Geek and squeak. There you go.
Oh, God's purpose for your life. 365 devotions right there.
Oh, that's so nice.
Thank you so much, you guys.
Oh my gosh.
Hmm.
Might get a little emotional.
Hmm.
Thanks, guys. You know, speaking
But
of
Charles Stanley, who's not with us anymore. It's very kind of you guys.
we have so many Christmas decorations, and it's been a couple years since I've even put any up or helped. I guess I watched. Why? I don't know. Well, last year I just finished treatment, so I was a little tired.
You got after it this year, though.
I did. And then I realized we don't need all this stuff. So I thought, well, I'll just put some stuff. We have these really huge bins that, you know, we can't really pick up anymore because we're old. So I thought, well, I'll just put one out for free and see. So I just posted it on Facebook Marketplace, and I had so many people asking for it. But the first one was a young lady that is like getting their first like real safe, you know, housing situation for her and her young son. And it really touched me. So I asked her if she needed anything, and she said silverware. So I bought her silverware. And so I'm just going through getting all of our like extra, just, you know how it is. We've been together 31 years and we have a ton
lot
of stuff. So some of it's not great, but I ordered her son a little blanket and fun
So sweet.
Santa pillows last night. And so see if you can bless somebody.
Paul Taylor, Canadian, $10. He's blessing us.
Oh,
Thank you so much.
thanks.
Merry Christmas, Aaron and Shelley and the chat. All the best to you and your families. I'll be gone for a couple of weeks to enjoy the holidays with my family.
Oh, have
So
a great
have
time.
Fun.
We finally,
Yes, you
Sammy
too.
will be home.
Enjoy. Thank you
Is
for
it
that.
Wednesday? Today's our daughter's 22nd birthday.
Mm-hmm.
The baby is
Yeah.
22. Whew. Anyway, so what, she'll be home. We let her go to Nashville. Not let her, because she's an adult, but she asked if she'd go to Nashville to see some friends before she comes home for break. And we said, sure.
Yeah, so
As
she'll.
long as you pay for it.
Yeah, here's the thing of beauty.
So I think, is it Wednesday she comes home? I feel bad. I really don't know.
Wednesday,
I
like
kn-
late after midnight.
Oh, okay. I knew
So
she was
Thursday.
coming home, and I knew I wouldn't be driving since I haven't driven in 6 months, maybe.
But you know what,
I'll
Shelley?
save so much money on gas.
Enough about us.
Okay.
Let's take a look at our good friend Frank Frazetta and see what he has to offer us
Ooh.
on this very special
Probably
Christmas edition
good
of Aaron
boobs and
Live.
buns. Okay, let's see.
Let's see. Exactly. So there you have it. You know, it was really difficult to find a like Santa Claus drawing that Frazetta did.
I bet.
In fact,
Now I
is it-
feel bad that I said, "Oh, what boobs and buns?"
And yeah, he did this nice little
It
drawing
was
for
nice
his
Santa
in
with a little
watercolor
girl with the
for his
Santa's nose was
grandkids.
hilarious.
Around 1993. I don't know that it's ever been published because I've never seen that before, but there it was on the internet and
On the interweb.
pulled it down. And
Mm.
so he was well into his 60s when he did that. And he still has that Frazetta charm.
You're
to
almost
it.
there.
Shh.
I had a thought.
You had a pot?
I had a thought.
Okay.
If we say Uranus enough times, maybe they'll sponsor us, and then we just get Uranus fudge year round.
That's all we need. It's going
And
to
I'll
take
be-
us a year to eat
It'll
all
be
that.
as big as a
if you
house,
order it.
even more.
Oh, my goodness.
I got to tell you, it's really good.
It is. But
I might
man,
have
it's
to-
just sugar central. Oh.
I know. I practiced a little bit last
I
night.
got to eat
too.
some more Brussels sprouts to
No.
counteract that sugar.
No.
Well, Shelley, we have a big show. We had a lot of stuff. And so I think that rather than continuing to kibitz about fudge, which we could do all day,
I'm
we need to.
opening another one.
This is going to explode all over the place. Let's take a look at some artwork. That's always fun.
Some what?
This. Shelley's
title
like,
because I was like, who?
who?
Who that
Well,
guy?
then this is definitely somebody we need to do a profile on. Now, Hayden Sunblom or
Who?
Hayden Sunblom or Hayden Sunblom or Hayden Sunblom, however you want to pronounce
Or
it.
I have no idea who you
Um,
are.
Was a big time illustrator in the 20s, 30s, 40s.
Oh, good for him.
And
Sorry.
he is the guy who defined the modern look of Santa Claus.
Oh, cool.
So let's take a look
Okay.
at some wonderful, as I call him, Hayden Sunblom.
Is that where you bought that popcorn tin thing?
Yeah, that's by him.
Oh, it all comes together.
Anytime I see Hayden Sunblom art with anything on it, I buy it. So he's probably most famous for doing these Coca-Cola ads.
Oh,
Now
okay.
he's the first guy. Now he didn't create Santa Claus, but he
Of course not.
sort of defined the modern look for Santa Claus. He came up with this coat and this outfit.
And a belly full of jelly.
Well, that was kind of in the poem, Night Before Christmas.
I'm in a moment. That was really good. Okay.
So anyway, these
Can't
are all
beat it.
oil paintings, very classical style. The one thing I really love about his stuff is the broad strokes he uses. All
It
this
doesn't even
stuff
look like a peony.
when you get in here, but you can see like this right in here. You know what that? And when you pull back though, it just comes together and looks like real stuff. But that's like a splotch of white, although it's not white, but it's his highlight there. And it's interesting when these guys that really know what they're doing, how they can just kind of like slap some color down and get some shapes, and you just buy it, as being real. And he's a fantastic illustrator. One of the other interesting things about him is he had a studio, and one of the great pinup artists of all time, probably in my opinion, the greatest pinup artist of all time, Gil Elvgren, was in Hayden Sunblom's studio. And you can see when you look at the two of them side by side, their artwork, you can see the influence that Sunblom had on him and his style. Although I think Elvgren's faces are better than Sunblom's. This is kind of a nice little one here. We're going to do a couple of Santa Claus things, and then we're going to look at some of his pinup work, and then it'll give us a better comparison.
Oh, they're
Isn't
so
that sweet?
sleepy. Yeah.
Now, originally they say that it was one of his close friends that posed for Santa Claus, but I know that Hayden Sunblom also used himself as a model for Santa Claus. He wasn't, hefty or anything, but just kind of his facial features. So that's a really nice, cute ad right there. That I don't believe that's a Coca-Cola ad, but this is back in the golden age of illustration, Shelley, where they would pay people to do advertisement paintings. A lot of work to be had, and these guys made good. Sorry. This is very similar, also very cute. Now, Norman Rockwell did a very similar piece to this. I don't know who did theirs first, but very cute.
Super cute.
Let's see if I can get in close on this one a little bit. And again, look at this. These are just big areas of color that he just laid in. There's not like, look at the square edges here. There's not a lot of blending. It's kind of like just bloop, 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 move on it. But yet, when you know what you're doing, I mean, look at this pillow. It's just some brush strokes, and yet so effective.
Their little noses.
Their little jammies.
Nice.
Okay, now let's take a look at some of his pinup stuff. And those of you who are familiar with Gil Elvgren, take a look at this and tell me this does not very reminiscent. M. Sparks says, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to the Lopez family. Thank you so much.
It's funny.
But again, look at these bold painterly strokes right in here to create these folds in the fabric. It's just like someone knowing what they're doing, It's pretty amazing.
Even the sand.
Yeah, look at how
the shadow.
That's really just sort of rough painterly. Look at the tree.
Yeah.
But it just, when you know what you're doing, man, even the water, these are just
Oh my gosh,
big
yeah.
areas of color.
And we would be worried so much about making it smooth and
Mm.
yeah. Those cams. Yep.
Mhm. But again, you can see how similar. What's different is the faces are different. The hair is very similar. How he lays the paint down. Him and Elvgren are very close in terms of style. And I'm sure that Elvgren got that from him being in his studio. But it was the faces that Elvgren did that made his just a little bit
So the
better.
comments are great. There's a tree. I'm not really looking at the background.
Where's her cigarette?
We're not looking at the technique, Aaron. I know, but you might go back later.
Yeah, I mean, you look at what you want to. I'm going to point out look at this dog. Look at those brush
Mhm.
strokes in there for that fur. Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Bloop, bloop.
Very cute. Very nice. Oops. So let's move on. And this is kind of interesting because this is kind of a combination of you've got
Oh,
this is a
very
rough,
cool.
but look at the pencil drawing on this and how good it is.
Wow.
Like, look at this face. Incredible. And right here, this is a really nice piece. But it looks like it's just kind of like a color rough or something that he was messing around with. So, yeah, but yeah, these guys could draw back in the day. That's why they got the big bucks.
Wow.
And it's funny that they would do calendars and stuff, pinup calendars instead of just photography, but maybe there was something that was kind of that seemed too much like porn at the time, and so you could paint them and get away with it. But an
Gotcha,
actual
right.
photograph might seem
No,
unseemly.
no.
I don't know if that's the case.
Ooh.
Evil One for
Evil
$5. Ho ho and a lot of hoes and Merry Christmas, Loprestes. I think I'm getting some Kyle Holtz art for Christmas again because it's affordable, Aaron. He's of course saying that my art is not affordable, and that's just the way I like it. Thank you for the $5 though. Appreciate it. Let me direct you guys to a couple of books.
It's a schnauzer, I think.
Yeah, I think it is. If you're looking to
I
find
hear it barking now.
a book on Hayden Sunblom, this is a great one.
Oh,
I have it right
looky
here.
there.
You probably
Very
can find this
cool.
still on Amazon, quite frankly. I mean, it's older, and let me see what this was printed in 2018, so it's not that old. So you should still be able to find this. And it's a tremendous. It has all of his Santa Claus work in it, a traditional illustration, all sorts of things.
So the title is just the art of
Hayden
Hayden
Sunblom.
Sunblom.
Yep.
Okay.
So there it is, guys. And also, there's another one. If you're just into his Santa stuff, his Coca-Cola ads, there is this. This may be a little more difficult to find. This was older, and that is the Dream of Santa.
And wow. Some of it is just so smooth that you wouldn't think it's a painting.
Yeah, but then look at the boots.
And then,
Look at the texture on the boots.
Yeah.
That's just
So I'm just
great.
looking like at the trains and stuff, and they don't. Yeah.
Yeah, they're really talented guys. We used to be able to go to art school, and they would actually teach you something. I do want to share one more thing before we. This is Illustration Magazine. This is the very first issue. Came out, I don't know, in the 90s. And I think this goes for like $45-50 now.
Be careful with it then.
Well, I am. But this has my favorite Sunblom piece in it. And I couldn't find it on the internet, so I'm going to share it right out of the book. This girl taking a bow on stage there kind of looks like Ingrid Bergman. And I just love this piece. And I believe it was an Anheuser-Busch ad before they were promoting trans
They've fallen a little.
people. But yeah, it's a great piece. And so there's lots of avenues to discover the art of Hayden Sunblom. If you have not already, I would highly recommend it if you're a person who's into artistic things,
Like this guy.
which I am.
Mhm.
Being an artist, that's just kind of what I do.
Yep.
Paul Taylor says Ingrid Bergman was smoking hot in Casablanca. She pretty much was. There's
Yeah.
some truth there.
For sure.
It's kind of funny because Humphrey Bogart was never really a good-looking guy, but he was a cool guy, and I guess cool goes a long way with the women.
Cool, mysterious, guys. I don't care.
All the attributes I'm missing. But thankfully, I lured Shelley in with money. Okay, no, wait a minute. That wasn't it either.
No.
We'll have to get back to you on that. Yeah.
Keelja, what's going on? I'm asking myself the same thing. What is going on?
I'm going to be independent. Let's be independent together. Of course, we're talking about Rudolph, and that was Hermie who wanted to be a dentist, even though nobody wants to be a dentist.
We are perplexed because we have all those toys and we can't find them.
That's the one. And the Grinch toys.
Yeah.
We have Grinch play sets. McFarlane did a couple of them. In fact, they may all be McFarlane. And they're someplace. I can't find them. And it's really ticking me off. Yeah, because we do this big sort of setup of, we have this, what do you call it?
It's, you go up the stairs and then there's this wall that doesn't go all the way up. So it's just
like a platform
area.
up there.
Yeah.
And we always set up the Rudolph stuff there. And we can't find it.
Darn it.
So,
but we will.
We still have a week to go. I'm going to get that stuff up, even if it's the day before Christmas.
I'm trying to do a bin a day. I mean, that's how many Christmas decorations we have. I have to go through like a bin a day and just because we got some from his mom, my mom when she passed, and then like when we were super poor, and then I would just make crafty stuff.
And it's kind of disintegrating.
And we still have it, which is really sad.
Yeah.
But not anymore.
But it brings back the memories.
It does. And then I go, oh, that was not very attractive. It's not very good. But, at the time it was like, what are you going to do?
That's what I say. What are you going to do, Shelley?
I'm going to have some more fudge, actually, is what I'm going to do.
Well, you know what? I went and saw a movie.
I know. Husker would not leave the couch. He waited for you looking out the front window the entire time.
People are saying, Aaron, what movie did you go see? I went and saw Godzilla Minus One. And now everybody that has seen this movie keeps saying, it's the movie of the year. It's the greatest movie ever.
And they say that they get emotional. So what did I ask him when he got home? Nope, not if you like the movie. Did you cry? And he didn't.
No, I didn't. And I'll tell you why. Because it sucked. No, I'm kidding. I'm just joking. I'm not that much of a curmudgeon. I did like it. And I will say on the...
I'm just going to have some fudge. I'll be with you in a minute.
On the positive side of this film, it is the best Godzilla film I've ever seen and probably the best Godzilla movie ever made.
Wow.
But that's not saying much.
Oh, he was almost emotional there for a minute.
This is a good movie. Okay. Is it a great movie? That's debatable. I think some people are getting a little bit over their, what do they call it? Over their oars?
This is a brownie.
It's not a brownie?
It's more fudge.
Okay.
Anyway, all right.
And saying that, it's the movie of the year and this, that, and the other thing. What it does do that is really nice is you have a nice secondary story subplot. Well, actually, it's really, Godzilla is really the secondary story in this film. It's really about this Japanese kamikaze pilot in at the end of World War II.
Oh, wait. Spoiler alert.
Well, no, this is just the kind of the setup.
Okay.
You can talk about the setup. You just don't want to ruin the.
Okay.
So, and he chickens out basically, or as maybe we would say, smartens up and says, what am I doing? But he kind of feels like he did not fulfill his obligation. So he has this guilt. And then there's another scene shortly after that he chickens out from doing his kamikaze thing where he lets fear get the best of him and he doesn't do what he should again. And more people die. So he has this incredible amount of guilt. And of course,
I just killed myself with all those other people.
So when he returns to his home city, it's just, it's blown to bits. It's destroyed from World War II, right? So all these people are living in hovels and destroyed buildings. And of course, when they see him, they're like, wait a minute, you're a kamikaze pilot. What are you doing here? So that doesn't help, right? So what happens is he runs into this young lady who has a baby, and she's running from some people because she stole something, and she gives him the baby and takes off running. So he's sitting there holding this child, and And then he runs into her again later and finds out that it's not her child at all, that she found it from someone else that had abandoned this child. So now you have this, and he takes her in their little hovel that they're living in. So you have this sort of like family unit that's not really a family unit. And so you have all this kind of character stuff going on that's really nice and compelling and gets you emotionally attached to the characters. And then every once in a while, Godzilla shows up, to spice things up.
Was it? Oh wait, it was subtitled, right?
Yeah, the whole thing it's in Japanese, so it's American subtitled, and so it's really a character-driven film, which makes it's not just Transformers where you go in and watch a bunch of giant things fight each other and then it's over and you go, wow, that was incredible and everything exploded, man.
Was it woke?
No
wokey.
No. But here's the problem I have with it is that I didn't think the acting was great. Okay. And if you
small budget, wouldn't it?
It was only $15 million, which is remarkable because I thought the effects were good. I mean, some people didn't think they were good, but I thought they were good enough. It didn't take me out of the movie, for example.
Right.
But I thought the lead actor was all over the place. And if you're doing a foreign language film, which it wasn't to them, obviously, but it was to me. And you can tell the acting is sort of, then I imagine how bad it was if I actually understood the language. But this guy here, he's kind of this wimpy little guy who's supposed to be this fighter pilot that chickened out, right? He's the star of the show. And he physically very unimposing, and maybe that's what they were going for. But I thought it might have been more interesting if you'd had a more physical, imposing guy that chickened out, as opposed to this little wimpy guy that doesn't necessarily surprise you that he chickened out. But that's fine. I mean, that's just a subjective thing. But I did think that his performance was at times over the top. And there was some other performances in the film I thought were a little bit over the top that I almost chuckled sometimes in serious moments because the performance was so over the top.
I wonder if it was, because remember the ones we used to watch? One sec.
Waylon Todd for £5. That's more than $5.
Oh my goodness.
I don't talk too much, but have a Merry Christmas all. Thank you, Waylon. Appreciate that very much.
That's so nice.
Thank you so much. Shelley, I'm sorry.
No, I don't want to know.
No, I really want to hear what you had to say.
No, I think I was just thinking like the ones we used to watch like on Saturdays and stuff. The acting was always over the top. So I'm wondering if they kind of wanted that feel so us old people could kind of be nostalgic about. We used to watch them in the.
Well, it was such a serious film though, that was kind of the thing. It was never played for laughs.
Well, it wasn't then either. We just thought it was. Yeah.
Now, the other problem I have, and this is
we're gonna need a bigger boat.
This is a personal problem. Okay.
For you?
Yes.
Okay.
I cannot stand the look of Godzilla. He looks like a cat, and he still has thunder thighs. So the Godzilla creature in this movie is very reminiscent to the old costume creature of the funny movies that we were talking about. Yeah. They were definitely paying homage to that, and I've never really liked that look. But I'm not going to say that's a valid criticism because a lot of people love the look, and it's just a matter of taste. So I'm not going to say that made the movie worse because I didn't like the way the monster looked.
Do you like this one better or the one that was it Matthew Broderick was in? Where it was in like that was a horrible movie. Well, yeah. So which one did you like better as far as the Godzilla?
Well, see, people complained about that one because it didn't look like Godzilla, but I actually kind of liked it because it didn't look like Godzilla. I kind of liked it because it looked more like a lizard. I see. But anyway, so this is sort of the classic Godzilla look, but done, reasonably well so that, it's not goofy. I did kind of wish that little Godzuki was in this, but Godzilla's son blew the smoke rings, but he wasn't. So.
Oh, that's funny. I hadn't thought of that one.
And then finally, there was two parts in the movie that were, this blasphemy. We'll get to you guys in just a minute in the chat. I know you're getting restless with my review. There's a scene where the girl that he's living with, that's not his, the one he took in, she finally gets a job, right? Things are starting because this goes on for a couple of years, right? They're living together in a couple of years, not romantically, just raising this kid together. And she gets a job, which kind of offends him because he got a job destroying mines that were left from World War II. and he said he's bringing in enough money, but obviously he didn't like ever ask her to marry him or anything. So she's like, she took this job in the nearby city that was more developed. And so there's this scene where Godzilla attacks, and she's in the city, and he's in his little hovel, which he's repaired and made to actually look pretty nice with the money he's earned, collecting mines and stuff. Very dangerous work.
Yeah.
And so then he has to go get her. He's like, oh my gosh, because he hears Godzilla's trouncing the town that she's working in.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a scene, this exact scene right here, where Godzilla is walking down the street, right? And these people are fleeing for their lives. He's stepping on buildings, crushing stuff. Great scene. And she's in the midst of all this humanity running for their lives. And she falls, of course.
Mm-hmm.
People are running by her, all this kind of stuff. And then suddenly, out of nowhere, the guy shows up and grabs her. I'm like, how in the world did he find her in all of this chaos? It was a little contrived.
Did find my iPhone.
But which led to a very shocking scene shortly after. Was that?
He just did find my iPhone.
Oh, well, yeah, they had prototypes in 1946 that were like this big, though. Yep. And then, of course, the tugboat scene that you guys have seen or heard tossed about that happened way too quickly and was a little bit of trying to be a crowd pleaser, which I don't have any problem with that. But it was so there was just a couple scenes in there that kind of, I thought, stretched credibility. Gotcha. And then I thought the acting was uneven for me. So, but I still,
when they went over the top, it wasn't consistent.
Yeah, it was like when he went big, he went way too big. When he was being subtle, he was fine. But
gotcha.
So there you have it. I'm going to give it 3 out of 4 stars. I'm going to give it 3 stars.
Okay.
I do recommend it. It's not as brilliant as everybody's saying it is, but it is really good.
Just out of relief, they're saying, because the Maverick movie was okay. I mean, it was good, but I mean, compared to what was out at that time, it was phenomenal.
True.
So,
true.
Yeah.
Tippy Tail McKitty says, true love finds a way, Aaron. I guess it does. I will give this movie also credit for a character-driven film. It moved pretty quickly. There was not boring scenes, even though they didn't stay anywhere too long. They got into the scene, they did what they needed to do, and they got out of it, which I thought was good, because when you have a movie like that does not have a ton of monster action in it. I mean, it had enough, but you want to keep those boring scenes moving, and they did an excellent job of that as well.
Gotcha.
So again, for a guy who's not a Godzilla fan, which I'm not at all, for me to give it 3 out of 4 stars, I think that's a pretty good review.
Yeah.
So there you go, guys.
Those
are my feelings on Godzilla Minus One.
Let's see. Oh my goodness, lots of stuff to. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Let's see. There's the blasphemy, because I'm making fun of the Godzilla design. But what can I say?
There was a really.
His head's too small. He looks like a cat, and he has thunder thighs. Other than that, killer design.
Oh, you talked about the overacting. I saw this and I thought it was funny. You know what's over the top? Fucking Uranus. But it's delicious. Okay, what else we got? Ooh. Yeah.
No, anyone can go to the top. See Liberace. Bub66, of course, letting me know Stallone was in over the top.
Yep. Oh.
I thought I just gave it 3 out of 4 stars. That's not being a hater.
No, well, you were kind of dogging on it for a little bit there.
Well,
but then you brought it home.
I did. Yeah. I did. The characterization was great. The fact they took the time to tell a story about some people with really interesting problems and difficulties that they had to overcome. I thought it was really, really good.
It was a Godzilla movie. They didn't have like a safe space or a place they could go to.
Oh yeah, they were. Yeah, it was.
No wokage.
No,
that's all. I mean,
That's right. They opened up schools and said, if you're troubled by this Godzilla attack,
you need a place,
and you come play with puppies.
We'll listen to you. Yeah, we can do puppy yoga. Now that I would do. Yeah. I'm horrible at yoga. I'm so inflexible.
But you go play with puppies.
I would, and then I would be distracting because I really could do it. They all would be quiet.
Now, Jack Elmy says Aaron also hates kangaroos. No, you see, I do actually, because have you ever seen those videos like on Instagram and stuff where guys were like fighting kangaroos? This guy, his hunting dog, this kangaroo had it in the headlock. Have you seen that one?
No.
He had the kangaroo had the dog in a headlock, and the guy comes running in and he punches the kangaroo in the face, so the kangaroo will let go of the dog, and then the
No, they
kangaroo-
squared up.
Oh, they did. It's so good.
Oh my gosh.
It's so
No,
good.
I wouldn't like that much.
Um,
Oh, that's horrible. Yeah, bigger boat. I'm with you there. Did Bigfoot make an appearance?
no, but there was some blurry scenes in the movie, and he could have been in there. I didn't notice.
You never
him.
know because he's always blurry.
The water splashing and stuff.
Ooh.
There's no pleasing little Presty film school snobbery. They're not really. I was the guy in film school that after we'd sit there and watch a foreign film, I'd say to my classmates, I'd go, I'd rather watch the worst Friday the 13th film than watch any foreign film because these things suck. And they would just go nuts. And I would kind of have a good laugh.
Go neener.
I'm just saying, I don't like Godzilla movies. And this one was pretty good. English.
Well, I was going to ask too if they did, because that was the big joke, right? The mouths would go and then they'd go, blah, 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 blah. Hey, stop.
Yep, I know. It was, and I would much rather read subtitles than have a movie dubbed.
I don't know if, do you guys do this? I use subtitles anyway.
Yeah, when you watch television, because you don't want to miss something.
Yeah. And then when, like, I would be, if we were going to travel and I would want to be like brushing up on my French or something, I would watch it. Yeah, the language in French, but then I read English subtitles, and it would help kind of, I don't know, that brain thing.
Bridge the gap of
the
language.
But yeah, now my French is super rusty. Oh, Jimmy Reyes.
What Aaron LaPrezio says, how did he find the crowd?
Oh, you funny. I'm gonna have some more fudge.
Disavow.
Just do your thing. I'm gonna have some fudge.
Shelley's getting sugar drunk. That's right. I was just gonna say you're getting sugar drunk. Yeah, I think that's a good review. If 4 stars is your ultimate movie, then 3. That's a good movie.
You need more than 4 stars.
Let's face it, folks. This was not Jaws, all right, but it was. It was good.
That's only 75%. So if you had more stars, like 10, you could do like 8 or whatever.
Okay, if it was a 5-star movie, I'd give it 3.5 stars.
Okay,
pushing 4.
Okay,
give it 80. I'll give you 80% out of this. Okay, I think that's good. Come on, man.
All right.
There's some encouragement out there to hit the like and subscribe. I'd appreciate that.
Thank you.
They're coming. Gosh, everybody's so pushy. They just want their content right now.
Well, let's do it.
All right. Well, look at
Whoa!
Sean Cullen for $20.
Wow.
Thank you, Sean. Appreciate that very much. We send his books out. And I think I screwed it up and had to resend them.
I think so.
I wanted to say you went above and beyond fixing my order to get me the missing Merv card, and I wanted to send this as a token of my gratitude. Merry Christmas to you and Shelley. Thank you very much, Sean. That's very nice of you. I appreciate it.
Super nice.
But the way we look at it, if we screw up your order, you deserve something more than just what you paid for. And so we put a little extra in there.
And I think that, like, we're so used to, like, me, Amazon. It's not there the next day. I'm like, what is up? But
there you go. Birdman's on my
there you go.
Very fair review.
Being that it was just the two of us trying to, oh my gosh. And you just start going, autopilot.
Paint this picture, if you will. 92-year-old grandma out there bagging and boarding books.
She loves it.
Shelley and I in the mail room. She's printing out labels, handing them to me, and I'm grabbing books off the rack, putting them in there, running the tape, slapping on the label, making a pile, taking them to the post office. So
it was but it's like
that's the extent
when
of
you
the
get
machine.
when you're first starting, you're so excited. Yay, we get to fulfill another one, and then you're like, are we done yet? But it was pretty small print, probably 10 font, maybe. Excel spreadsheets, 57 pages of that. So
glasses.
But that's what I would double check. That's how we would keep track of. Okay, we did fulfill it. Is it marked here? I would highlight all the international ones. Yeah, it was. But it ran much smoother this time.
It did.
I gotta say,
it did. Evil One says I deserve a lot more than a Merv trading card if I have to put up with Aaron. That's what Shelley said.
Hello.
Well, we just sent you out your. We forgot your Merv card package, so you'll probably feel okay.
And that was, he'd go, wait, did I put? And so he'd already have it taped, and then he'd have to cut it back open and go, oh, I did. But you start questioning, like,
Did I put the card in there?
Did I, turn the iron off? Did I? Yeah. Especially I'd go, did you put the letter in? Oh,
yeah. Rip it open and put the letter in. Okay, let's move this show along, Shelley. People want to see old comics. I'm going to show you old comics.
They want to watch me eat more fudge.
Do you think that's what
I'm thinking?
I think they want to see this.
Gosh.
And I like to point out that I have both of those books in my collection.
Of course you do.
Okay, let's switch cameras here. As Shelley's going to eat some more Brussels sprouts while we're off camera.
Nope. That's a big nope.
Okay. We'll switch to the old Razor Kaio.
Cool. Ooh, I see some
Kit
Carter in there.
Yeah, we're going to show art later. There's a lot to do on the Christmas show, Shelley.
So much.
Okay, so we're in the tease.
Oh.
This is not a tease.
Give me the tea.
In the tease. So let's get this show rolling here.
Would you?
Oh, wait a minute. They're upside down.
Oh, I finally got some peppermint in that vanilla fudge. Finally.
All right. Go back with me, Shelley, to 1961 or 1960.
I can't. I wasn't around.
For this classic issue of Tales of Suspense, I created the Colossus. This is Tales of Suspense 14. Look at that. 10 cents.
Wow.
Nice Kirby cover. This is probably a fine plus condition. Now, when I go to these old Kirby monster books, I'll take a little less condition to get the book, but this is still in really nice shape. Flee for your lives. He lives. The Colossus lives. This is who we need to fight Godzilla. Godzilla versus.
I don't know.
Pull back.
Okay.
Pull back. Okay. We got it. There we go. So you can see it's pretty nice shape. Nothing that I would complain about.
So someone, I think it was Eva once, said he wants to see me reading your comics, eating fudge. And I want you to read.
Yeah, well, she'd have to read them off the rack because she's not getting.
Look at Paul Taylor. I doubt Aaron would allow Shelley to read his comics while eating fudge. He's pretty anal about condition, even though the fudge is from Uranus. You're so clever. Clever.
All right. Tales of Suspense number 19. This is the
broccoli people.
That's right. Affectionately known as the broccoli head. It is now midnight. I have just successfully completed my most fantastic experiment. Soon, the simple weed which I injected with my miracle drug will begin to grow. And, oh no, this isn't what I bargained for. No! Yes, the broccoli head, the green thing.
Wow.
This one we picked up in Hawaii, Shelley. In fact, they just gave this to me. Remember? They tried to buy it from me. They said, no,
you're going to guess with that.
This is Tales of Suspense 26, the thing that crawled by night. Cool. Now, this is just a VG copy, but again, Kirby monster books, you kind of get them in any condition you can get them in, as long as it's reasonable. It says, no power on earth could halt its deadly progress, for it was the thing that crawled by night. This is what we were getting from Jack and Stan before Fantastic Four #1. And now I love them. Love them to death. But, Shelley, there is some superhero stuff to be seen.
Yeah.
As we move further along in Tales of Suspense. Now, this is the first Silver Age origin of Captain America. This is Tales of Suspense 63. This is 8.5, maybe a 9.0. Kind of an important issue, right? Now, I want you to know I have a large run of Tales of Suspense. I'm not going to show them all for time's sake. We'll just show you some keys. This is the first Silver Age appearance of the Red Skull. Now, the interesting thing about this is it's actually a World War II flashback story. So it's the Red Skull, but in World War II. So it hasn't been integrated into the Marvel Universe, contemporary Marvel Universe at this time, which was 1965. But it still counts as the first Silver Age appearance of the Red Skull. Now, this, Shelley, do you have any idea why this might be a significant issue?
Iron Man's arm has a boo-boo.
That's it.
Nope. That's it.
This is Gene Colan cover. This is...
Oh, my bad.
No, this is the first appearance of the Cosmic Cube. the Cosmic Cube, which we saw featured in all the Marvel movies with Thanos. The Cosmic Cube.
Is that in the? You put it in the machine thing.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
So she didn't really care about the Marvel movies all that much. So anyway, this is the first appearance of the Cosmic Cubes. That is Tales of Suspense 79. That's in your mint book. Now this is classic cover right here. Another near mint book. And as you see, the Red Skull has the Cosmic Cube, and now it's Red Skull in present day. I'm not sure exactly what issue it was that he transitioned from the Golden Age into the Silver Age, but he is here in this one, and I'm sure he's in 79 as well. And that's also near mint. Now, I do have quite a few Tales of Suspense graded. I'm not going to show them all, obviously. Oh. You got a handsome fellow in Hawaii holding up that.
There you go.
There it is. That Tales of Suspense right there in the Hawaiian bookstore. Just did a store signing.
And a one-day, and then we did a one-day show.
Yeah, all the
and
way.
They flew us
into
all the
Hawaii.
way there. It
I
was
know.
crazy.
Okay, Tales of Suspense number 15. Behold Goom, the thing from Planet X. Of course, he had a son called Gugam, who has later appeared.
Game.
This is a 6.5 on the CGC scale. Jack Kirby and Dick Ayers cover and art. Steve Ditko and Don Heck did some art in here as well. This is 1961. Goom. There he is. Good guy. Good old Goom. I picked this one up not too long ago. This, of course, is Tales of Suspense number 60. This, I believe, is the fourth appearance of Hawkeye. Thor cameo, Baron Zemo, and I believe I take it back. That is the fourth appearance of Hawkeye, though. But there's something else that's not in this that I have in the next book I'm going to show you. I just like the cover. I wanted to get it. The team up between Captain America and Iron Man first started in issue 59, the dual stories. Of course, they fought each other in issue 58. So this is right when the series got rolling. That's a 9.2, by the way.
Nice.
All right. Just one more. Shelley saying, my goodness, quit talking about comic books.
No, I'm just making sure we haven't missed a super chat.
This is a 9.2, and this is the first appearance of, I think this is the second or third appearance of Hawkeye, but the first appearance of Black Widow in costume. And this is her kind of doofy little costume before she went all black. Sando and Omar are giving Captain America fits down here in the other.
I hate it when they do that.
Sando and Omar. So this is Tales of Suspense 64, 1965.
Wow.
So yes, it's
You're
Black
9
Widow
too.
first costume. Oh, it has an Agent 13 appearance, but the second appearance of Agent 13, not the first.
Oh, dang it.
So anyway, gang, there you go. That is what is in my collection on this fine Christmas special. As I shake the camera, because there's nothing
I
like
think this
shaking
is
the camera.
a pretty good question. Not really a question, but something you can address, I think.
I want to start getting some older books, but can't decide where to start or with who.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing.
The thing.
The books that I'll tell you what every retailer will tell you, and what they've always told me. When I say, what should I invest in? You know what they say? Golden age, golden age, golden age. It's like
flush.
it's like real estate.
It's all about
Location. Now, golden age ain't cheap, and but if you find some good golden age books, those are always a good investment, especially if you can even get ones like in 6.0.
Mm.
That's kind of like a near mint copy of a golden age book if you find a 6.0. So I have certain books. Obviously, the Marvel Golden Age stuff is really expensive. Some of the DC stuff is. Some of the off-brand stuff is the more affordable things. Maybe EC comics are fun if you're into horror or sci-fi. But 70s books are, I don't buy anything past 1980.
Right.
Because for the most part, they're not worth anything. and that's not saying there aren't comics in there that are worth something. I'm just saying that for the most part, that's when people really got aware of collecting. So there's a lot of high grade stuff out there from the 80s and newer. And
which
so
makes it not as valuable, right?
Right.
Yeah.
There is desire for some of that stuff, which in desire does push forward the market, but availability also is a very, very big factor. So I try and get 70s books. Some of those are still affordable. I collect mostly Marvel, but I will get DCs occasionally. And I get into Silver Age when I can, when I find the right deal. And I get Golden Age when I find the right deal. But I was a Marvel zombie, so my focus has been generally on Marvel books, with an occasionally picking up, a favorite artist, Neil Adams or something, doing some DC stuff. So you have, favorite characters, favorite artists, stuff that you think is actually going to increase in value. Those are all kind of the things I take into consideration when I'm buying. And also for me now, I've got a lot of the stuff that I want. I'll go and find a cover that I really like, and I buy that book just because I like the cover. And so there's a lot of ways you can approach it. I don't know if that was much help, but
That's it.
Paul Taylor and Marcus.
Yeah.
But you're never going to sell them anyway.
Well, what's funny is he has for big things, like, well, once he realized he was really never going to have the complete Spider-Man collection, he sold what he had and paid for his truck. So
yeah, so
it's worked out well. And then I think that the truck you had when we met, you did that, didn't you?
Yeah. I never buy anything without the financial component in mind, because there may come a time when you have to liquidate and you don't have a bunch of stuff that people aren't you can't sell. And the things that kill you are low grade comics, because they're so available. And so I'm always looking for first appearances, origins, significant issues, and I'm only buy high grade because that stuff I know there's always going to be interest in. If I need to sell it, hopefully I don't have to. Maybe I hopefully pass it on to my son, and then he'll sell it. But
if we have to, we have the option, and some of the original art that you've had over the years, you've sold. Do you remember why you sold I'm looking at where it was in the wall.
With the Wrightson?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, because
that's when
you had to quit working because you're on disability, and we didn't have a lot of money. And I wasn't sure.
While waiting for Social Security.
Yeah, so I ended up selling that piece, and we ended up not needing that money, and so I was like, I should have hung on to it. But anyway.
Well, yeah, because we'd go on Cobra, which most of you know. We were spending more for health insurance from the district than we were for our house payment.
Yeah.
And then, it was really, it was cruddy. But, you got to do what you got to do sometimes.
Here's an interesting thing. I'd rather buy art than comics at this point. No more deals to be had buying comics. It goes up and down. And right now it's kind of heading down. Depends how much expendable money you have, because when the economy sucks, the prices drop, but you got to have the money to make the buy. And I understand that. But the thing with original art is it's no different than comics. You have to buy the right original art. Okay. Just original art. You can say, yeah, this is the only page of this issue done by so-and-so. And you're like, yeah, but does anybody care about so-and-so? That's the thing. And if you're buying it just because it reminds you of your youth, or I like it, that's one thing.
That's important.
But if you're buying it for return at some point, possibly, you got to think about what you're buying, who drew it, what comic it's from. It's as important as how you judge buying your comics.
And you have some art that you've kept of yours that was meaningful, like the Wonder Woman cover with Sammy on it. I mean, that stuff, it means a lot to us, but maybe not to.
Well, it's a Wonder Woman cover, so it'll always have some marketability to it. But I have Archie covers like that my daughter is on that I won't sell, but no one really wants them anyway. So, and I do buy original art occasionally that just because of its age, it's worth something, but it's worth something to me because it was like my favorite book when I was a kid. So, Mac Grendel for $10. Thank you so much, Mac. Where would you rank late 70s Buscema Thor books, Aaron? That's what I was exposed to originally. Seemed like how comics should be. There's not. Thor is like the Fantastic Four. There was a lot of first appearances in Thor. Most of them were in Silver Age books. First appearance of Firestorm, who is the Galactus Sentinel that replaced Silver Surfer. Not Firestorm, Fire Lord. Like, that's a good issue to get, and still not completely out of control. But there's not a lot of 70s Thors that are valuable collectors. Get the first couple Simonson issues and the Simonson Thor issues. Those are in the 80s, but those are worthwhile both from a reading standpoint and also from a collectability standpoint. And if you want to get Thor, you got to get into the Silver Age on Thor for some value. But again, they're cheap. Like I buy Captain America, and Captain America is cheap. And I just get them because I want to fill out my run. So, you know, that's the way with 70s Thors. You're not going to find a lot of value there, but they might have personal value to you, and they're cheap, so you can get them. Yeah. But always get them in near mint condition. There's no excuse for buying a 1970s book and not getting it in near mint condition.
So there you have it.
Because they're available. Billy for $10. Hey, Billy. Merry Christmas, Aaron and Shelley. Question: how do your friends refer you guys, i.e. Aaron and Shelley or Shelley and Aaron? Depends on whose friend it is.
Well, I was to say we'd have to have some. What do your friends call you? I don't know. I don't have any. Well, that was in harmony. Even.
Does someone say, we go to a party, they say, hey, everybody, it's Shelley and Aaron, or it's Probably. Aaron and Shelley. I've heard it both ways.
Have you?
But anybody that says Shelley and Aaron usually gets punched.
Not by me. I go, hey, hi.
I give them a cannonball.
That's true. I don't know.
I honestly don't know.
We'd have to ask them. I'll call Carol. I'll be right back. My one friend up here.
Yeah, she would say probably Shelley and Aaron.
Yeah.
Her husband, Dave, might say Aaron and Shelley, though.
Yeah. Guess it depends. You know what we'll say? Our friends call us whatever you call us, Billy.
What do you call Billy and Debbie? I always say Billy and Deb.
Billy, Debbie.
Only
because I knew Billy first, probably.
Yeah. See? Yeah. It's a layered question.
Oh, man, that was deep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And all these, hey, Billy. Awesome.
Everybody loves the Tooch. Hey, you know, Billy Tucci had Rob Liefeld on his show.
I saw that.
An interview, and you guys should watch that if you haven't already. I assume it's posted at this point on Billy's channel. Mm-hmm. And I think he's got a She book still going on. It's She High Karate, I think. I can't. But get on Indiegogo and back Billy and Jimmy Reyes too, Dragon Rage, and Shelley. Mm-hmm. Back Kit Carter, Planet Doom.
Booyah!
I don't like to do a lot of advertising, and maybe I should. But there it is, Kit Carter, Planet Doom graphic novel. We're so close to 92. In fact, let's refresh. Oh my goodness, we're like one backer away from 92. Thank you guys so much.
Thanks, guys. Oh my goodness.
Just real quickly, guys, this is a 64-page graphic novel. This is mine, by the way. Featuring Kit Carter, Galactic Ranger. It has a hardcover edition right there. That's covered by me. 64 pages, 8.5 by 11, like the old Marvel style 80s graphic novel series. This one actually has a art gallery of about 8 pages that'll be tipped in that was not going to be in the soft cover edition. You can only get it in the hardcover, and this comes signed and numbered. I know that part. So it's a little more expensive.
Hey, did I see something over there that was?
Yeah, we're going to share that in just a second. And then we do have the soft cover the cover is by our very good friend Chris Stevens. Painted cover here, very much nostalgic, looking like an old pulp magazine cover. Brilliant colors, really kind of festive almost.
Ooh, yes.
And so that's the soft cover edition. Here's a couple pages. The interiors, that's page 1, and that's inked by Matt Ryan, colored by our own Kelsey Shannon. There's a double pager. There's the pencils and inks, and then there's the color. Again, by our good friend Kelsey. Here's one of the pinups you'll get in the gallery section in the hardcover, colored by Kelsey Shannon. Pencils and inks by Gary Martin. So a lot of good stuff on here. T-shirts. Get yourself a Merv and Kit Carter T-shirt. You can get the Kit Carter sketchbook. It's 8.5 by 11 also, so it fits very nicely with the other books.
Yeah, it does.
There's a movie poster, an insert movie poster, 14 by 36 inches, Shelley. Yep. This is the color layout, not the finished art, but the finished art will be painted and look like an old style 60s, 50s and 60s movie poster. So you don't want to miss that. Or the Kit Carter
shot glasses.
Laser etched shot glass.
I haven't demoed that in a long time.
No, you haven't. You have to get back to doing that. You can also get a Garbage Man trade paperback, Power Cube trade paperback as an add-on. You can get Wraith of God's second printing #1 as an add-on. Both covers, the color and the black and white. I've been asked, is the black and white, the interior is black and white too? No, just the cover.
That's a good idea.
The interior is color. but that's the second printing. But those are new covers for the second printing.
Are we going to have Blood Hunters available as well?
Look
oh my
at that.
gosh, look at there.
All covers at this moment are still available for Blood Hunters. So if you missed out on that, you can add it to this campaign as well. So you have my award-winning wraparound cover,
Award-winning.
the Tales of Suspense cover, the Tomb of Dracula #1 tribute cover, or the Bisley painted cover. So we spare no expense.
Oh, not here.
And there's still a couple pages of our original art left for sale. This one's gone, but this one is still available. The Merv sleeping, grabbing a beer out of the fridge page.
Nice.
And the kit, sort of the wrap-up page there of the 14-page story that you'll find as a backup in Wraith of God Blood Hunters.
Oh, cool.
So if you want a Kit Carter preview, read your Wraith of God Blood Hunters, and that'll give you a very good idea of what the graphic novel is going to be like. So there you go. I just wanted to share that with you guys. The link is in the description of this video. Get over there and back it if you haven't. It'd be a Merry Christmas for all of us, especially me.
Especially you.
But when you get it,
for me,
when you get it, you'll be glad you did.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, Shelley.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to do some more programming.
Okay.
Since we're talking about comics, why don't we continue on that same vein and take a look at my top 5 for this week?
Oh, nice. Christmas comic books, you say?
I say. There's a couple of, let me give out a shout out since Billy's I'm glad he's here. I hope he's still here. That he did a Birth of Jesus comic book. What was it? Was it called The Greatest Story Ever Told? I can't remember now what the title of it was, but that's on my honorable mention list for great Christmas comics. Gotcha. Just beautiful artwork, tremendous story. Did really well for him, I believe, as a crowdfunded project several years ago, back when the rest of us were not even understanding that what crowdfunding was.
Right.
Billy was out there in the forefront doing it and getting it done. So, and then I'd also like to mention Graham Nolan's Chenoo. I don't really know if you consider that a Christmas comic or not, but it's snowing out. I know that. And you
can get a plushie.
That's right. And you get a Chenoo plushie over on Graham's channel or his website as well. Okay. So there's a couple of shout outs. But now let's take a look at my top 5 favorite Christmas comics. Don't look. Don't look. Okay, number 5.
Yes.
Now, some people might say this. Oh, okay.
What?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
I got ahead of myself. Now, you may say to yourself, Shelley, why? You're not a DC guy. Why? Why is this on there?
Why, Aaron? Why?
This is Superstar Holiday Special. It's also called DC Special Series number 21. Does anybody know why this book is significant? I'll tell you why. I bet Marcus Killigrew knows, but I'm going to say it before he posts. This is Frank Miller. This contains Frank Miller's first work on Batman. Oh. There's a Batman story in here drawn by Frank Miller. It's called Wanted Santa Claus, Dead or Alive. So if you want to be a Frank Miller completist, some people are, or a Batman Frank Miller completist, which is easier because he didn't do as much Batman work, you want to get this and read the exciting tale of Santa Claus Wanted, Dead or Alive. So there you go. That's a blast from the past. I believe that was, it's 1980. I was going to say 79, but it's 1980. So a fun little book. It does have some value. It's not super expensive. You know, speaking of collectibles, this would be something I would jump on just because of that significance of it being Frank Miller's first Batman story.
So who's the flying chick?
That is Saturn Girl,
Saturn
I
Girl,
think.
that's what he thought too.
You got Cain and Abel down here from the House of Mystery. Jonah Hex, what the heck is he doing in there? There's the old witch from what was that comic series? Help me out, you guys. It was like a House of Mystery, but it was it wasn't like Witch's Tales. It was, what was it called?
I don't know.
Anyway, there she is. At Christmas, very odd. Sergeant Rock's in there.
Witching Hour?
Thank you, the Witching Hour.
Yeah,
that was it. Thank you, Sequential Treasures. James coming up with the answers. That looks like is that Wonder Woman in her hippie outfit, or is that Wonder Girl in her hippie outfit. And then this dude. That's
guy.
another Legion guy, and that's another. Is that Starman? That's another Legion guy, right? There's a lot of Legion guys right there. Oh, but that's because they're in it. Superboy and the Legion.
Oh my goodness.
And Jonah Hex is on the cover because he's in here. But again, that begs the question: why is he in a Christmas story? I don't know. But anyway, so there you go.
And
that's
he gets
number
like
5.
the biggest figure almost on the cover.
I know.
It's
Well, he's
weird.
riding a horse, so it takes up a lot of room. Kevin Thomas says that looks like Denny O'Neil's depowered Wonder Woman. It does, but it's like, why would she still be around in 1980? She was gone by then. That's why I'm confused. Let's move this along, Shelley, to number 4.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm pumping up my new good pal, Simon Bisley. We talk on the phone,
Yes. Yes, I know.
I'm just name drop or anything. But, this is the Lobo paramilitary Christmas special, and it's basically Lobo versus Santa Claus. But Santa Claus in this is a big, huge, muscular, old, grumpy dude that is willing to get into a brawl with Lobo. And pretty funny stuff. A great pen and ink art by Bisley, right during his heyday, the early 90s. It was 91. It says Biz right there, 91.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, right here.
Yeah.
It says, warning, contains bad taste in the form of ultraviolence, icon bashing, and the finger. More offensive than Christmas usually is. So there you go. Obviously not approved by the Comics Code Authority, but a irreverent, high octane sort of, if you like irreverent humor, this might be the book for you. Okay. Chris Giuliano kind of stuck on the Ernest Borgnine appearances. I don't know what his why would Lobo knife Santa? Does he understand the consequences of his actions?
Be on the naughty list.
I'll tell you something right now. Santa's no pushover in this book, folks. So that's good stuff. So check that out if you haven't. This is a cheap, you can get this any place on eBay. Totally inexpensive, but if you want some good biz artwork during his heyday and some just Keith Giffen, of course, wrote it. If you want some out of control, irreverent action, this might be the book for you.
Cool.
All right. Now some people may say this is self-serving.
Who would say that?
And it probably is, but
number
number 3 on my list is Sludge Red Christmas or Red Xmas, but of course that's short for Christmas. What's interesting about this book, Shelley, is that we had met Mike Plug for the first time at a Portland show. We were out at dinner, and he had just been offered this. And I believe I was like, oh, dude, you got to do it. You got to do it. You got to do it. Please do it, just so I can say that Plug worked on the same series I did. Now, he didn't turn in a cover, and they called me and said, hey, we want to do a cover for Plug's book. I went, yeah, of course. So I did this pinup, or I did this cover of Santa Claus he was tied up in the sewer with a rat crawling on him, and Sludge had his bag and was walking off, kind of looking back over his shoulders. He's walking off with his bag, and that was going to be the cover. But then Plug turned in a cover, so they said, well, we can't do the cover anymore. Of course, I was disappointed, but so they put it in the book. So I had the pinup in there in the book. So I'm actually in this book, but this is Mike Plug inked by Mark Farmer. And Mark Farmer, of course, was like the best inker of the latter half of the 80s and into the 90s. Everybody, he worked with Alan Davis exclusively, but then occasionally would ink other people. But everybody wanted Mark Farmer to ink him. And he's very slick, very much like Matt Ryan. And Plug didn't like the inks as much because he inked much looser. And so he saw that stuff really slick. And I told him, I said, man, I love it. I think it looks great. It's a different look for you, but it's really well done and all that kind of stuff. So I think he came to accept it better by my encouragement, I like to think.
Very nice.
But anyway, so talk about dirt cheap. You can get this anyplace for pennies on the dollar. I would highly recommend that. Nice Steve Gerber story, so you know it's weird. And then, of course, by the great Mike Plug did the interiors. with fantastic inks by the guy I just said. No, I can't remember his name.
Farmer.
Farmer. Thank you.
Mhm.
Number two. All right, this is on my list just for nostalgic reasons. And it's also the first appearance of the Spider Buggy. Or the Spider Mobile. I'm sorry, not the Spider.
Boogie.
The Spider Mobile. And look, a very early appearance of the Jackal, who ended up being responsible for the Gwen Stacy clone. You remember that, of course.
Oh my gosh, who could forget?
Yep. So we have snow on the streets of New York City.
Oh.
It's a Christmassy atmosphere, and you have Hammerhead in there, that's fine. But you've got the Spider-Mobile, the coming of the Spider-Mobile. There it is. Didn't last very long, but it was good fun. Nice Romita cover. I just remember this as being one of those festive holiday stories with Spider-Man in the snow when I was a kid. And so that made my list at number 2. There is another Christmas issue that comes to mind where he fights the lizard and Stegron the Dinosaur Man, which almost made the list.
Oh, that would have been on my list.
Yep. And of course, there's a McFarlane issue 314, which is also a Christmas issue, but not one of my favorites. Okay, Shelley, here it is.
Number 1.
Forgot what it was. Oh, okay.
I have no idea what this is.
If you guys have not read this story, this is Michael Golden. This is the Wolverine. There's like a 10-page Wolverine story. It's doggone it. What's the name of this? It's the Marvel Holiday Special, or Marcus Killigrew. Somebody help me out. Real quickly, let's do this. Leg Kick for $5. Thank you so much, Leg Kick. Appreciate it. Great book. Glad to see Shelley enjoying the stream.
You.
Thank you.
Mwah.
And thank you. Let's see. Anybody help me out? This penciled and inked by Michael Golden. It is Larry Hama, I believe, wrote it. It's a tremendous story. I'm not going to, if you have not read this, I'm not going to give away the punchline at the end, because the punchline is great. But it's basically Wolverine fighting all these like robots and monsters and these little soldiers. And it's just a total action sequence that has a great ending to it. Chris Giuliano says, I didn't know you worked on Malibu books.
Yeah.
Interesting. Dude, that's where I started. I did a few things at Marvel, and then Malibu came in, offered me twice the page rate that I was getting at Marvel. And I said, duh. And so I took that and did Sludge for them, which I wrote several issues as well, and worked on a few other things. You know, I was very involved in the Ultraverse right until the bitter end. I didn't want to leave, even though the ship was sinking, because I loved the guys so much. And I still do. Jackoff Pastorius says, I received and read Wraith of God Blood Hunters. Another great book, Aaron. Can't wait for Kit Carter. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, we don't have any help on that. It's a holiday special, Mary Marvel.
The Marvel Holiday Special. But do we know what year that was? It was like 90, maybe 89, 90, 91, somewhere in that neighborhood. But you know what? Here's something. John Dell, who is an inker, really great inker. I don't know what he's been up to lately, but he was at CrossGen. He had the original story, the art.
Nice.
But then I guess he sold it. But he had the whole story.
Wow.
It was amazing. He brought it in and we looked at it. And we're stunned by it. Stunned by it. He needs to see the cover of this book. Well, the cover's not great. I just wanted to show you guys one of the great panel pages from Golden, because that's the real reason to get this book. There's a ton of stories in it, but there's this one Golden story in it that's just incredible. Brian Suddenly Old, he says, Aaron, could Malibu come back one day? No, that'll never happen because of, well, there's stuff I can't say what the real reason is, but the official reason is that there is some legal and copyright entanglements that would reward people that Marvel does not want to reward. And maybe I've said too much, but so there's a lot of ownership that goes in, partial ownership that goes into those characters. So you will, I'm not going to say never, but if some people maybe were not part of the equation anymore, they might do something with them. But yeah, we'll just leave it. We'll just leave it at that.
So he says, Marcus Kilgrew says it was January 93, so it came out in 82.
There you go. Thank you so much. See, Marcus knows stuff.
Yeah.
There it is, Mortal V. All the last one.
Oh.
Marvel Holiday Special 1993 sounds.
Nice.
Sounds of silence. Now, did Eric Hutfuls, did he have a link to that? He does. Would this be it? Probably. There you go.
Good job, you guys.
Follow that link.
Well done.
Follow that link and you'll find out all you want to. They don't want to pay. No, I'm not involved in that equation at all. I mean, I would get a little bit for like Sludge and Lord Pumpkin, but that's probably about it.
And if they use any of the stuff that you wrote,
well, that's
created some characters
true.
for, but
that's true.
No, and I think, well, maybe did they buy it just to do that anyway?
They bite it. They bite it.
I bited it.
Okay, here's the story. Malibu was bought by Marvel to keep DC from getting it. The whole thing about them wanting the coloring department, that's all smoke. The DC came in with a nice offer, and then they were actually going to use it. They were going to publish the stuff, and they were going to use the characters. Marvel did not want DC to have it, so they went in and bid over the top on them,
and then
buried it. So, and of course, if you're Malibu, you're going to take the highest bid.
Yeah.
You know, it's like someone comes and says, I want to buy your house and I'm going to restore it and I'm going to lovingly take care of it for 100 years. And then someone comes in and offers you $3 million more for your house and says, I'm going to destroy it as soon as you go, well, just give me the money. It's yours. You can do what you want.
I'll like the match for you, whatever you want to do.
Yeah. And that's kind of, I think, how it sort of played out. But there you go. I want to share, as we get closer to the end of the program, I want to share some other stuff. Let's take a moment, first of all, and look at some precious moments from yesteryear.
My favorite.
Shelley will enjoy this, and I think you will too. Watch your monitors.
He's Mr. White Christmas, he's Mr. Snow. He's Mr. Icicle, he's Mr. Ten Below.
Friends call me Snow Miser. Whatever I touch turns to snow in my clutch.
He's too much.
Dun, 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 dun. He's Mr. White Christmas. Anyway, we love that. We sing it around here a lot. Both verses, the Heat Miser song and the Snow Miser. I was kind of torn because I thought I could bring in some Jack Skellington. That would have some meaning.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to play.
I watched it the other night. I enjoyed it. And then I have all the toys in my room. So.
Yeah, that's one thing.
My chick cave.
She has part of her collection.
In my chick cave. Well, and I told him when he put that up, I said, you should bring the shoes up.
Heat Miser, he hates that song.
That's awesome. So they do it every year. It was every other year or something. Anyway, for the dance studio, they would decorate point shoes, like because you go through point shoes super fast.
And it was always at Christmas time.
And so they would have this huge collection of used point shoes that still look good because you don't wear them very long. Anyway, our daughter, why don't you go get them? Go get them. Go get them. It'll be fun.
Paul Taylor, that is not Frosty the Snowman. That is, in fact, The Year Without a Santa Claus. And that's a Rankin and Bass. I shall return.
Okay. All right, let me get that up there. Okay, now he's gone. Don't forget, it's his birthday, January 7th. So if you want to send him a note, I'm going to hopefully try to do something special for his birthday. And I have some art coming and all that stuff. But the big 60 on 17. So if you email me, ShelleyLopresti66@gmail, let me know what you want to do or get a hold of me on Twitter. I think he's coming back. But shh, surprise. Okay, be cool. Be cool.
All right. So she took ballet shoes. She did this when she was in junior high. This is kind of impressive. She made the Heat Miser shoe.
There's Heat Miser. And see, just the attention to detail. And so, and then they would sell these or auction them off, and then they would donate the money to, there was like when you're a dancer was super sick, I would not be outbid, as you can imagine. So yeah, so Heat Miser, we have these out every Christmas now, of course.
Now his
nose
came unglued, so we have to glue it back on, but
take his nose off and then.
So you can see the face is, she did a nice job on the face, and the nose goes on right there.
Yeah.
Now look, she used the old glue gun to create icicles. I don't know if you can really see them that well. No, you can't.
To get in closer, maybe.
Yeah, there you can see it.
Sammy has this out of the box creativity that I think even surpasses this guy's at times. But yeah, she just, and of course, living with those two, I'd go, oh, you just did that. You just decided I'm going to do that. And voila, see how it's done. And you're like, all right. So yeah, isn't that cute?
Yeah. So there's our cute little moment. Eric Hutfeld says that nose is almost as big as Ethan's. Ooh, wow. Brian Suddenly Old says, wow, those ate really good. I think he means
They're
are,
really
but
good
they
too.
get very tasty.
Yeah, super good.
So yeah, we'll glue that back on. Actually, I'm waiting for her to get home and let her do it. It's her
Yeah.
project. I don't want to mess with her.
But yeah, it was always
project.
fun to see. And then one year she did the point shoes, and then the ties came back, and she made the doggy on Grinch.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And then the shoe was the sled and all this stuff, and Grinch, just stuff where you just go, people, mere mortals like myself, just go, okay. I think that was the two she did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But now we're going to do this because I want to share a little bit before we get to our Bigfoot videos, and strange things.
You got me eat some fudge.
Okay.
All right. Oh, sorry.
We're taking.
I decided I'm not having more fudge because I think it's making my face all flush. And then he said, have one of these. I said, not only no, but no.
Oh man, it's good
Have some
eating.
water.
Good eating. All right. I want to share a little Christmas art, if I may.
Okay. Oops there. What? Oops.
Some of you may have seen my colored pencil
Look at all.
rendition of the
There he
Grinch.
goes.
I post on social media. Just kind of, Actually, it was Joe Bernardo said, why don't you draw a Grinch every week of December? Well, I've drawn one, so I guess that's a victory.
Yeah.
So my take on the Grinch, that's totally in colored pencils. Now, let's see. I got a couple. Oh, this is Greybeard stuff. The Grinch and Baby New Year back in 2023. I'm going to have to do a newer version of this because it's going to be 2024 here pretty quick. And that is, that's watercolor. No, I'm sorry, marker. And colored pencil. Baby's colored pencil, Grinch's marker. This, of course, is Krampus. The grumpy Santa Claus for bad kids. These were both done on Greybeards, like when the show first started, some 50-some episodes ago. And then we got to look at the nice little Santa. I always do like a Santa.
Nice.
That's not Santa. It's very nice. But anyway, there's just a few Christmas drawings I wanted to share. Now, I think I should share this. I posted it on social media, but if you haven't seen it, this is a page from the Kit Carter graphic novel. So we have a nice close-up of Kit. Then we have the lava man known as Schmagma barfing lava at her. And got the sound effect in there, blarch. I kind of like that sound effect.
Yeah.
Of course, she leaps out of the way because she's Kit Carter, Shelley.
Yeah.
She does a kind of a superhero kind of tumble there as she braces herself. And then she activates her heat shield as she gets hit by another wave of lava. Blargle. So this is the kind of artwork you can expect in this book. Of course, this is just pencils. These will be going to Matt Ryan to ink, and they'll look spectacular. And of course, Kelsey will color them, and they'll look spectacular.
Hi, baby. Come on.
You can also see these are kind of larger format pages because, again, this book is 8.5 by 11. It's not 11, 9 by whatever comics are. It's a much bigger, larger format, so the pages are bigger to fit that format. But anyway, that's just a little sample of what's coming your way.
What you doing?
Kit Carter.
Yeah.
I want to show you. I have people don't know this, Shelley.
They don't.
But I have greeting cards.
Yeah.
And here's my Christmas greeting card. Now you open it up, and on the inside it says, "Remember the diet starts after
Monday.
the holidays."
Yeah.
That was my dad's quote. I'm going to go on a diet right after the holidays. So it's Merry Christmas. Remember the diet starts
On
after.
Monday.
No, it's after the holidays. So that's my Christmas card that I'm going to get these back up for sale, the entire set, on my website soon. But anyway, that's the Santa Christmas card right there. And
our camera's on.
yeah, I know.
Okay.
And here's one more. That's my version of my cheap version, I should say, of a Hayden Sunblom Coca-Cola ad. There's my Santa Coca-Cola ad. I did 2021. Was that long ago?
Goodness,
I haven't drawn a Santa drawing this year for Christmas. I better get on that. I do that at least every year.
You better. You better.
So anyway, folks, that's what's in my flat files near Christmas time, 2023. But now, Shelley.
What? Sorry, playing with the dog.
No, it's all right. It's
Oh yeah. Come on.
The shark greeting card. Yeah, I got. Do I have two of those or just one? It says nom 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 nom.
Oh right.
I got them all, folks. I don't know, like 8 or 9. I got quite a few. All right, you guys. It wouldn't be a holiday special
without Fudge.
Well, no, we've already established that.
Oh, in case you came
but
late.
It wouldn't be a holiday special.
Well, we have to. Oh, in case you came late.
We want you to know that Shelley's been eating
I
fudge
did it.
From Uranus.
I did it.
There it is.
I did it.
It's the best fudge.
And
comes
I had
from Uranus.
no clue how much I was ordering because I'm an idiot.
And we got a lot.
We have about 7 or 8 boxes like this.
That's right.
And it's going to be delicious.
We'll be selling signed pieces of fudge.
If you don't hear from us again to the beginning of the year, we're in a coma.
But anyway, folks, here it is. What you've all been waiting for, and I know it's true.
Uh-oh, you caught me.
All right.
Eating fudge. Someone down my shirt.
We're all over the place on this episode of Not Finding Bigfoot.
Fudge down my shirt.
Because when you're not finding Bigfoot, it also may mean that you're finding something else.
Could be.
So, no,
not for
dog
you,
does
baby.
not get chocolate. Get down. Get down. Okay. So first, this I've entitled The Symbiote. This is really disgusting.
Oh!
And we'll discuss what this might be.
That's yucky.
Let me get the chat up here because I know people are going to want to get their 2 cents worth in on these. Here we go.
Ooh, no, does it move? Stop it.
Oh, yeah.
Stop it. What?
Watch. Let's watch. That's Venom. That's the symbiote that attached itself to Spider-Man and became Venom.
That's disgusting. Gross. Exactly, Paul.
Now, actually, there's a pretty reasonable explanation for what this is. And it's even grosser once you find out what it is. There are worms in the ocean or the water that self-coagulate like this.
It's
to become
disgusting.
this mass, an organism. And so you can separate them, but in this situation, they just cling together and look like a mass of
That's
gross
disgusting.
black symbiotic tar.
Jimmy Reyes, you're pretty clever.
Jimmy says, Shelley, the fudge is supposed to be from Uranus, not your cleavage.
Drop down my shirt
Boom.
with my built-in boobage.
I don't know. I don't know if you can eat
you,
them,
or
but
you
why
should?
would you?
Right. Well, not when you can get fudge from Uranus.
No, so they showed this other, like these other sea worms. They don't look like this.
Can we go to the next one?
But they became this massive blob that was moving around, and then they'd stick their hand through it and they would separate in the water. And then they would come back together. And it seems
Move it
like
on, Lopez.
that may be what this is. Okay, so we like to grow Shelley out. Now this is going to grow Shelley out too, but I just found this.
Toast.
Okay, now you're going to make me sick. I better have another Brussels sprout to clear
Buy
my
some
palate.
Fudge for you for that one.
Yeah, no thanks. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Is just fascinating. Okay, whether or not, whatever. Check this out.
He's like, I want to go home. Oh, look, a small hole.
Yeah, but let's watch.
I wonder if I can shove myself through.
Any bets that he makes it through that hole?
I think he does. Because they don't have any bones or anything, right?
They have none.
Ooh, it's going to use my tentacles and
He kind of looks
pull
like
myself out.
Captain Jack, that guy that fought Captain Jack.
Oh, I sense water. Oh, there's 2. Phew, 6 to go. Can I do it? Can I? Yes, 1 more. Okay. You didn't know you needed me for sound effects?
So close. He's got to get that head through there, though.
Oh, think small thoughts. Think small thoughts. Gravity!
Oh, victory. There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, the fabulous, incredible octopus. One of my favorite weird creatures of the sea. The Pacific Northwest giant octopus can grow to 20 feet in length.
The human head weighs whatever. What was that? I think that was on that Tom Cruise movie. He's going to have a headache. He can have mine.
Should have just helped him out by tossing him in there. No, but it's much more fun to watch him squeeze through a small hole.
They all had bets and stuff,
Yep. All right. Now this one says garbage Bigfoot footage, which means it's probably pretty bad. So
all the other ones we've seen have been so good.
Well, take a look at this.
Okay.
And you go ahead and tell me what you think the problem with this is. I think
It's
it's
a
fairly.
rodent.
Well, no, there's like a beaver in here, but
Oh.
Okay, just watch. This is a series of still frames they put together to make a, it's like from a trail cam. Now, what do you notice about the Bigfoot walking through back there?
It's blurry.
Yeah.
Got a hand.
Do you see any of the bushes moving or anything?
Oh.
Just tell me what you see. Do you see any bushes moving?
No, I see something that might have probably been photoshopped in there.
Yeah. Again, come on, you guys.
But if it's all still shots, they would. Oh, but it would have been moved from shot to shot. I'm a smart one.
So there you go. The beaver seems to be terrified, but
It's like
me, not so much. I do kind of like that he's gigantic, right? I mean, his hand is here,
yeah.
so his head's going to be way up yonder. But
That's Kelsey.
And look at the beaver is kind of blinking. He's like, I don't sense any trouble. I think the beaver might sense trouble if this thing was just clod hopping through the woods 10 feet behind him.
He wouldn't be there nibbling.
Yeah. So I just think we call that garbage. I think that's fake.
Yep.
And there you go.
Yep.
But there's more.
Of course, there's more.
This is from a hunter's POV as he's hunting. I think this one's not bad.
And not good either, but
well, it's hard to, it's better than Godzilla. I mean, it's not as good as Godzilla.
Oh, gotcha. Phew, good save.
Yeah. Ooh.
So they're up in a
see him
tree.
right there.
They're like tree hunting, whatever.
Looks like he's got a beard, or Is this another one of those ghillie suits?
But it's not. Okay, where did he go?
There he is.
Oh.
So he's up in a tree, and he says to his friend, "Okay, Bob, go."
You can edit that out.
But it's not blurry. It's just he's kind of he's like a
right.
long ways away. Now look at the nose hanging down right there. What is that? What is that? What is that?
Oh.
Right there.
There.
See it?
Yep.
Is that the ghillie suit? You guys tell me. I've never worn one.
Hey, Jimmy.
That's a guy in a brown hoodie.
Mm.
Wouldn't Bigfoot shake the camera when he walks? Man thing.
Man thing.
Alf. Could be Alf. Looks like a forest bum with a wool blanket over him. Jimmy Owens just came in. He says, "I'm at the end, but Shelley made it. Yay."
I did. It was close.
All right.
But
So
if
there
Jimmy
you go.
just came in, we've got to show him. I did it. You just came here.
Shelley's
did
gonna
it.
Shelley's gonna be pushing Fudge all night long.
I
that's terrible.
ordered Fudge from Uranus.
There it is.
I did a lot of it.
Jimmy will watch
Too
the
much of it.
replay though.
Yeah.
Now this I like to call strolling or casual Bigfoot.
Oh,
You tell me what you think of this.
as opposed to formal Bigfoot.
Well, I don't think we've ever seen an energetic. Of course, he's right here.
Okay. Strolling.
Strolling through. Doesn't really look that big. And then let's go down in here.
That's it?
It's kind of like, he kind of feels like tiny Bigfoot, doesn't he?
Yep.
Jimmy, what do you think?
Mm,
Is this a height challenged Bigfoot?
yep. So some person said, what flavor of fudge? All of them.
Yeah, that's for sure. Got
We have-
about 8 boxes.
Toffee. We've got peppermint. We've got
Maybe
coffee bar. They're just
in
so
this
many.
video, perhaps Bigfoot is looking for a place to drop some fudge where he's not going to be watched.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Jerry Roscoe just said that. Tucker taking a dump in the bushes.
So there you
peanut
go.
butter and chocolate. Got that.
Yeah. Peppermint.
Tested that.
Okay.
Where were you?
Toffee. Did you say
Yeah.
that? Okay. Well, I'm dissecting
And
a
then
science project.
Yeah,
here.
I can tell.
Has my full attention.
one of them's just chocolate. We got some that are like shapes and trees and yeah. Oh, look.
Okay, now this isn't a Bigfoot video, Shelley, but this is like a freaking huge moose.
They are.
And
really
from our
big.
friends up in Alaska waiting for their books, they probably are seeing this more
This is where they
frequently than
are.
they're seeing their mail delivered.
Mhm.
So this isn't bad, but wait till you see the next picture. Look at this one. Look at the size of that freaking
Oh my
moose.
goodness.
Are you kidding me? Okay, now
They are ginormous.
look at that.
Yeah.
Do not mess with these critters.
Don't mess with a moose.
Now, I did a show up in Anchorage, and I had just missed the moose. They say that they came in because I was there at late spring, or they said they usually come down to the city during the winter time because it's warmer,
Oh.
and they're just walking around all over the place. And but they had just migrated back up into the mountains because it had warmed up by the time I got there. I just missed them by a couple weeks.
Wow.
But
It's amazing, like the different talks you have with children about, you know, if you see this or they have much different chats with their children. If you see a moose,
don't go up and pet it.
they're
Run
not
for your-
friendly. Like, you
Run
know.
for your life.
Yeah.
Yes, moose will destroy, says Henry German.
Yeah.
The Geeky says, I met you there at the Arctic Comic Con.
Oh, I want to go back
Did
because
I?
in the town it's at. I don't think it was Anchorage, was it?
Yeah.
Well, they have one where my cousin lives, and I haven't seen her in, oh my gosh, decades. So I want to go with you this time.
Well, if I get invited back. Okay, now this may be, this is an unexplained phenomenon. This is a supernatural moose.
Oh.
And I have no explanation for this. So you guys, maybe you can help me out here. Because I did not know that a moose
Wow.
Could walk on water. But you tell me.
It's the Jesus moose. It's just not very deep.
Okay, but there's a boat right here.
Oh,
And he crosses in front of the boat.
well, it's a flatboat.
Maybe.
But it's got a motor.
I mean, you tell me. What are we looking at here?
That's, yeah. Jesus H. Moose.
I mean,
Goodness.
it would not be that shallow in the middle, would it?
The good thing his legs are super long.
Yeah, but he's not going in
Could
that
be
deep.
one of like little tributaries off the side. Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Looks like a young one doesn't have his.
I don't know. I don't know what to make of this.
Moose Messiah. See, it's a
It's
flat bottom boat.
Okay. It's got to be.
Oh, like a sandbar, right, Paul? Yeah.
Okay.
But still.
That'd be pretty wild to be
Yeah.
trolling down the river and see this.
All right, the moose didn't take his eyes off Jesus. Yep.
So he wouldn't sink. But you're right. I mean, that motor boat or the boat motor would have to be. I mean, you're running a pretty big risk of running that motor into the. If that's a sandbar. So anyway,
Holy moly moose.
that's very,
I like
very
it.
interesting. Okay, now this is weird. The question is it real or is it fake?
That's disgusting. Holy cow.
Or is it a mutant? Is this a mutant snake? Is it a dinosaur? Is it totally fake? You tell me.
Someone's homework.
It doesn't move a lot, which makes me think it's fake.
Oh my gosh. They're going to eat it.
No, they're not.
Oh.
But look at it. It doesn't really move. It does a little bit there, but
It is so confused. Am I a snake? Am I a gator? Am I a lizard?
is it a mutant snake that grew legs? He's not moving a lot. So I'm like, is this completely fake?
dead.
Is it dead? Yeah. Oh, probably some sort of mutant salamander. Looks like a salamander. Baby Nessie, perhaps. Paul Taylor says that's just weird enough to be real. Citizen Ronald, of course.
Gross.
Clearly real. Paul says, are you going to be at...
Oh.
I'm going to be someplace in February, but I think it's called the East Bay Comic Con or something like that. It's a one-day show.
You have it in your phone?
Yeah, but I didn't put the proper name in there.
Of course.
A
very tiny brontosaurus.
There. I think we're on to something there.
Mark, your tummy hurts. You need to eat some fudge, honey.
I don't think that helps your tummy. I think it...
Oh.
What do you think? I mean,
I think I'm ready to move on. I don't like it.
That's weird. Could it just be mutated? Could it be fake? I don't know.
Could it be stretched?
Could it be Stretch Armstrong?
Yeah.
I had a Stretch Armstrong for Christmas once. Well, Shelley, that's all I'm going to gross you out for tonight. I hope you're okay with that.
I think I'll get over it.
Okay. Fake body attached to a snake, perhaps. Space alien. The truth is out there, says James. On that.
Right. That's what I was thinking too. This one.
Looks like a snake ate a frog and the frog busted his arms and legs out of the snake. That's true because it was really wide right through there too. That's very possible.
Deliciosaurus. Oh my gosh, you guys are the best.
Thanks. My wife made blondies. What are blondies? I know what
they're a
Dagwood is.
cookie.
Yeah. That kid can work wonders with a glue gun. Yeah.
Sammy made it.
Yeah, made a lizard. All right, you guys. I think that's possibly it for our great Christmas holiday special.
Should we go sit around the fire and the fire?
Oh,
You in the way. There we go.
There it is.
Ah, can you feel it?
Nice and warm.
There. Little Christmas gnomes and stocking. We're just so ready.
If you listen real closely, hear it crackling.
That's the plastic crinkling.
Oh.
Sorry.
Well, everybody, thank you guys for joining us. Appreciate it very much. We know you guys have lots of important things to do, and you've chosen to spend some time with us, and we thank you very much for it. And I want to
make sure you visit your
Uranus
favorite
Fudge Company
factory
right in Missouri, because the best fudge comes from Uranus. They say
That's
so
what
right
it
there in the box.
says. They're not lying.
So if you guys be kind enough to hit the like and subscribe on your way out the door, I'd greatly appreciate it. It helps the channel grow. We want to thank you guys all for your super chats.
Oh my gosh. Seriously.
And wish everybody
so
a merry and wonderful Christmas.
Thank you guys.
And although we won't see you on Christmas Eve, you'll probably see us New Year's Eve, or one of us anyway. Yeah. And because we old folks don't go out and party on New Year's Eve anymore.
Oh, no.
But we might party right here.
I barely make it to 9 o'clock.
And I want to remind everybody that on Wednesday, we're having the Primetime Graybeards Christmas special. So it'll be starting at 5 o'clock Pacific time, so we can get all the people back from work and give them a chance to see the show instead of in the afternoon when people are still at work. So Primetime Christmas special Graybeards Wednesdays at 5. I'll also be hosting the professionals on Tuesday.
Oh, that's always a good
Probably
time.
Be some nice Christmas trivia in there too. So
check out all of the help me, words are hard.
All the stuff that people do.
Yeah, all those books and stuff.
Yeah, and if you want to check out Kit Carter Planet Doom,
thank you.
Please follow the link in the description of this video to take you right
No, I think
there.
we should check because we got a notification.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
Before we leave?
Yeah.
All right.
Just saying.
Well, most of our audiences, they're saying, wait, don't, we were leaving. I'm going to do, James, I'm going to do an unboxing video. All right. Let's do it. Oh! Made it over 92.
Awesome.
So thank you guys for backing.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, I'm going to be releasing an unboxing video very soon because I have several things that showed up, and I'm going to do like a big, it's a Christmas time, and open up and see what I got. It'll be kind of fun. So that won't be a live stream. It'll be a recorded video, of course. So anyway, you guys, thank you all so much for joining us, and we will see you next year. Next year, maybe we will.
Ooh.
No, it'll be after Christmas. We'll be right before next year.
You never know. We just might pop up and say howdy.
So we'll just say we'll see you next time right here on Aaron Live. Thank you guys all. See ya. Be safe.
So glad
Have
you guys
fun.